The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, PSECU, Kona Ice, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He slides. He's in. Revs win it.
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Darryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 62 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, the first of 3 at home this weekend as the Revs host the New Britain Bees. 9 to go in the season's first half, and the Revs are within 4. During the off day yesterday, more good stuff happened, i.e. the Skeeters losing again. Hi again, everybody. Darryl Henry alongside Brett Petrak. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on a hot summer's night here in downtown York. It is Pride Night here at the stadium. A lot going on pregame here, and Brett, it is unbelievable. The Revs at one point were 13 back. As a matter of fact, that was on June the 11th, as recently as that, and here 17 days later, they're within 4. It would still be a miracle. Sugarland holds the tiebreaker. The Revs, man, you could rue some of those games that had gotten away, including in Texas, but the fact that they are in this at this point with 9 remaining in the first half is nothing short of remarkable.
Oh, it's amazing, and it's so great to be a part of it. I mean, I kind of look at it this way. It went from, in the beginning of the month, and you needed an absolute miracle to get where we're at. Then it became impossible. Now it's improbable, but we're still working our way down, and with every Revs win and Sugarland loss, I mean, it just gets that much closer. I don't want to say that we have a really good shot at it or say anything like that to possibly jinx it, but sometimes it's not always the best team. It's the team playing the best at the time that makes the playoffs, and you look at Sugarland, a team that's 5-15 in their last 20, dropped the last 7 in a row. York, 14 out of the last 18 have been wins. They're on a little 2-game winning streak here, coming in to face a really good New Britain team. So, if they can get business done this series, it starts with them winning games, and it could be a big weekend here.
Even if it didn't happen in the next week and a half, you still, I mean, you can't hang your head. You still have to feel terrific about the possibilities that this team has going forward into the second half this season.
Oh, absolutely, Darryl. And you look at the simple fact that these guys are actually having fun now. I mean, I'm not a professional baseball player, but when they were in the depths at about 13 and 30, no one was really having fun. No one was laughing. No one was enjoying the game. But now you look at it, we got water being dumped on us at post-game interviews. Guys are laughing, having fun on the field, and that all comes with winning. So as you said, if you can't get it done in the first half, the second half, you head into with great momentum, great chemistry. This team's finally gelling. We've heard it from multiple pitchers and hitters. This is just exactly where you want to be right now. And now it's playing with house money, as I like to talk about it. You either get some kind of miracle where you make the playoffs in the first half, or you enter the second half as the hottest team in the entire league. All feels good to me, Darryl, and happy to be back with you, of course.
Absolutely. It was a productive series at Southern Maryland. We'll have some highlights from Wednesday's win coming up in our next segment. Revs are 27-34 coming in tonight. They've won 12 of the last 15, 14 of 18, 5 straight series wins. The Bees are hot as well, 32-27, still alive in the Liberty at 4 games back, having won 5 of their last 6. Revs have struggled with the Bees this season, but it is a different Revs team than the one that faced New Britain a month ago. Tonight it'll be Duke Von Schaman making the start. He's 1-2 with a 2.87 ERA. Righty Devin Burke goes for New Britain, 1-2 with a 1.38. And coming up in our next segment, not only highlights from Wednesday's win at Southern Maryland, but making some Revs history here today. And it wasn't anything that happened in York, but Ross Detwiler had his contract selected from AAA Charlotte. He is starting for the Chicago White Sox tonight against the Minnesota Twins. We'll talk about that in our next segment as well. Coming up in our pregame, our third segment, you'll hear from Mace as always, get his thoughts on Detwiler's promotion and where the team stands heading into these final 3 series of the first half. This is the last one at home until after the All-Star break, and the Revs looking to keep things going here. First pitch tonight set for 6:30 here in York on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
We have the tasty 58
variety.
Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts put the word donuts in their name because they believe in donuts. Clean label, peanut-free, nutritious, and best of all, tastes better than the other guys who took the donuts out of their name. Maple Donuts is proud of their donuts. That's why they're named Maple Donuts. Maple Donuts knows a thing or two about donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
The Atlantic League's brightest stars shine in the country's first capital. The fun and excitement of the Atlantic League All-Star Game returns to People's Bank Park on Wednesday, July 10th. Don't miss a celebration 8 years in the making and right here in your backyard. The 3-time Atlantic League champion York Revolution fills the Brooks Robinson Plaza with free family fun in the judgment-free fun zone presented by Planet Fitness. Then the league's biggest hitters slug it out in the 2019 All-Star Home Run Derby. During the game, the wacky superstars bring laugh after laugh in their only York appearance this season. And after the game, the Star-Blazing Spectacular, the biggest fireworks display in ballpark history, launches from center field presented by AAA Southern Pennsylvania. It's the party of the summer and only at People's Bank Park. The 2019 Atlantic League All-Star Game. Tickets and details at allstargameyork.com or 717-801-4487. That's 717-801-HITS.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Pregame continues here from People's Bank Park tonight. Brett, earlier today we got unbelievable news. Ross Detwiler, and we figured it would happen at some point, but it is official. He's the first in Revs history to go from York to the big leagues twice. He does it back-to-back years. He did it way earlier this year than he even did last season. Making the start for the White Sox tonight, and it makes the entire Atlantic League proud. It certainly makes everybody associated with the Revs very proud of what he's done.
Oh, absolutely, and it couldn't happen to a better guy that works hard. You know, he's experienced major league success and had to fight his way back, but he has been fantastic. And you look at a guy like Ross Detwiler in a lineup or a pitching rotation that features Lucas Giolito, who could possibly start the All-Star game for the American League. And behind that, I mean, it's been shoddy. I think a guy like Ross, who has had that experience and had some decent numbers in AAA and ERA under 4, could be a mainstay there. I mean, I hope that it's a better situation than the Mariners had last year, where it was just kind of one fill-in start. I'd like to see him get the opportunity to hopefully have a more in-depth role in that lineup, and I think he could, just with the stuff he has and the way he's been able to succeed. But the biggest thing here, we had that Chris Mazza get called up to the Mets. Now Ross Detwiler getting the start. It makes the Atlantic League look so much better when players can make it, and he's made us all proud here today.
Yeah, Mazza, the Blue Crab, just last season. Detwiler goes from York to the White Sox all in one season, and tonight he'll face the AL Central leading Twins. Guaranteed Rate Field is the place to be for former Revs lefties. That's where Ryan Fearben made his start a little over a month ago as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, the Revs coming off the 4-1 win at Southern Maryland on Wednesday night, improving to 4-1 in series rubber matches, and it gave them a 5th straight win. A couple of the highlights from that one: trailing 1-0 in the second inning, Wellington Dotel staying hot and tying things up. Skelton runs again, pitches grounded right side, base hit on the hit and run. Tejeda scores, Skelton keeps on going to third, we're tied up. 1-1, another RBI for Dotel, and it's a 13-game hitting streak. And the Revs would take the lead on a Nina sac fly, then a Tejeda RBI single in the third made it 3-1. Stayed that way until the 8th inning when James Skelton led off with a triple. And the hitting streak that everybody's been talking about, J.P. Sportman's got extended. And now the 1-2, swinging a bouncing ball toward the middle. Garcia can't get to it! Into center, 24 games in a row! And Skelton in to score, 4-1 York here in the top of the 8th. And if not for Skelton's triple, the infield would have been back. But they're in, and Sportman takes advantage. Chops it right up the middle to the left of the shortstop. 24-game hitting streak. The streak goes on, and it's 4-1 here in the 8th. The Revs, who in the 14-1 win on Tuesday, out-hit the Crabs 12-3. On Wednesday, out-hit them 13-5. Gave up just 3 hits after the first inning, and the bullpen combined to go 5 innings, giving up just 1 hit. Jamison McGrain closing things out. Right now looking in, the glove tucked to his front shoulder, now sets. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him on a high fastball to end it. J-Mo strikes out the side in the 9th inning for his 3rd save. And the Revs come to Waldorf and take 2 out of 3. They win the final 2 after dropping the opener. And a 5th straight series win. And they have won for the 12th time in the last 15 games. A 4-1 final score as they file through the victory line.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
And now 14-4 in their last 18 games. And it would take a miracle, but there's still a chance. They're within 5 with 9 games to go in the first half. And then Sugar Land lost afterward, a little bit later on Wednesday night, lost again yesterday, and the Revs are within 4. We'll take a timeout here in the pregame. Mace joins us. Broadway Transmission Managers report up next.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Hi, Mace. Well, we start tonight with the news that Ross Detwiler's contract has been purchased from AAA by the Major League White Sox. Of course, about a month and a half ago, it was purchased by the White Sox from York. So, second straight year, he goes from here to the bigs in one season. What was your reaction when you heard that news?
Extremely happy for him. You know, he come in and does everything the right way, works really hard, focuses, approaches it like it's his big leagues, and, it pays off for him now 2 years in a row. So really happy for him to get, to get an opportunity.
Ultimate pro, huh? And the thing I remember seeing the most, I think, is the way other pitchers, younger pitchers, would just gravitate toward him while he was here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just a great clubhouse guy, great teammate, shared a lot of information with everybody, like you said, especially the younger guys. And, then he went out on the field and performed at a real high level.
Well, as far as your current team goes, coming off the off day yesterday, and we went through 49 games in 48 days, and now finally getting some off days here. They're like gold for these players, aren't they, at this time of year?
Oh, they sure are. I mean, we're going to get another one on Monday, but this time of year, and especially now, we're not going to complain about the heat because we really didn't see a whole lot of it last year. But with the heat kicking in and this amount of games in so many days, come out, play as hard as you can. When you get your day off, you appreciate it because there's not a whole lot of days off after our break.
Well, heading into the final 9 games of the first half, it would still be miraculous if you were able to finish this comeback in the standings, but there is a chance. What is your approach heading into these final 9? What do you want your players' approach to be?
I just think we want to do the same thing we've been doing for the past couple weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. I mean, we've been playing really good baseball, and we're just, no matter who's in the lineup, they're coming focused and ready to play. I know they think that they can keep winning games and keep putting a lot of pressure on Sugar Land. So, we just, for me and the coaching staff, we take it one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and we want our guys to do the same thing. Live in the moment. Don't get beyond the moment. Just do what we can do right now, and then handle tomorrow when tomorrow comes.
Back on Wednesday, you get the rubber match win at Southern Maryland, and pitching really led the way. Ian Thomas only went 4, though. Was that something, did he want to come out based on how he felt?
I think it was a combination of two things. I mean, I already had Walby up and ready to go in, but because of where they were in the lineup, they had their 9-hitter, and then they had their leadoff hitter, the lefty, coming up in the 5th. And I just felt if Ian wanted to go, I would let him go. If not, I was okay with taking him out there, just because his last couple outings he'd been up around that 80-pitch mark, and the way it falls now with the off day, and we had a bullpen that needed to get some. They needed to get some work because Mitch gave us the complete game the night before that, and we were off yesterday. So I just felt it was a good time to take him out, and he agreed to that, but. And then now he gets an extra day before his next start. So we're trying to look ahead a little bit and try to take care of the guys the best I can. And, we got to have a fresh bullpen, too, so we were able to use a lot of guys. And so it all worked out.
Yeah, 5 different pitchers. They combined for just 1 hit the final 5 innings. You had to love the way they went in there and attacked, basically, and got ahead and got them out.
Yeah, I mean, they were fresh too. I mean, some of those guys hadn't pitched in. I don't think McGrain had pitched since Sunday or Saturday. So he was like 3 or 4 days down. So I think guys were fresh, and they come in and they filled up the zone pretty good. Velocity looked good. Somebody off speed looked better. I thought Perez threw the ball really well. I think he had a 7-pitch inning right there. So we're just trying to get better every day. If our bullpen can get better and continually get better, we'll be in good shape.
Offensively, you've had a lot of guys really performing well, but one guy I wanted to ask you about, Detwiler. He had a great at-bat the other night, hit and run, and now he's hit safely in 13 in a row. Where did you start to see his turnaround take shape?
Well, I mean, I go back to North Carolina, when I gave him a couple days off down there, and then the next day he came out, he hit opposite field home run. I think we even talked about the foul ball he hit in the at-bat before that, yep. That I said, to me right there, it looked like he had found his swing and got it together. So for me, I think that's when I started to see, Wellington really start to come back around.
Tonight's game, I see still no Melky. Has that been a little bit longer than you anticipated, and is he getting close?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting closer. I was kind of surprised that we weren't going to be able to get him in there today, but I know he tried to swing a little bit, and he's still not quite there. So we hope we can get him in there tomorrow. If I don't get him in there tomorrow, I don't know there's any sense playing him on Sunday when we have Monday off again, So give a guy an extra day to get that day off to go with it. That might make the most sense. But if he's not almost 99.9 to 100% this weekend, I probably won't use him.
And lastly, you've got Duke going tonight. Sunday, the bulk of the damage was unearned. Does he just have to approach it the same way he did, or does he have to make any adjustment based on the last 2 outings?
I think the last outing, he said he kind of messed up his own, between start schedule. I think he did something different with his workout, and he said he didn't feel right. So hopefully he corrected that for tonight. But they did put a lot of balls in play on him. He didn't get a lot of swing and misses, but we killed him defensively that day because we made him throw a lot of extra pitches, and I mean, when that kind of stuff happens, that adds up after a course of so many innings. So, I just look for Duke to go out and, be good like he's been, and hopefully we'll catch the ball a little better tonight for him and give him some better run support too.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Revs will be taking the field here shortly. And just 4 games back. First time they've been that close since May 13th. And how good has this month been? The Revs have their first winning June. They are 16-11 on the month. It's going to be a winning month no matter what happens. It's their first winning June since 2014 when they were 17-11 in June. And if they get one more win this weekend, it would give them their highest win total in a month since going 18-12 in September 2017, and we all know that was a pretty fantastic month for them.
Yeah, we keep relating everything back to that year, and before it was because how bad we started, and then we made that second half comeback. But the comeback's coming a little early this year. It seems like a little easier than what it was at last time, even though 4 games and with 9 to play is no easy task. But if there's a team to do it, it's these guys.
Well, at one point, they were almost the top of the league for being inept, quite frankly, the way this season started. Now they are the talk of the league for getting back into this race the way that they have. Revs taking the field here tonight. Let's turn it over to PA man Al Rose.
Taking the field with your York Revolution, please welcome tonight's Field of Dreams team, athletes from the York Young Revolution teams. Fans, welcome to the field, if you would, the Harrisburg Gay Men's Chorus, who loves to entertain audiences with fun, vibrant, and gay-positive musical programs. Now, please rise if you are able. Remove all headwear for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flare was bursting gay through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the Harrisburg Gay Men's Chorus.
Well, our national anthem here tonight at Peoples Bank Park just about set to go as the Revs have taken the field for this one. Duke Von Schaman getting the start. The lineup's brought to you by Flying Feet for New Britain tonight. They will have Darren Ford in center field leading things off. Bijan Rademacher, the right fielder, is hitting second. Batting third is Alejandro De Aza. He's the DH. Hitting cleanup, Jason Rogers at first base. Jonathan Galvez, second baseman, bats fifth. Jared James in left field is hitting sixth. Rando Moreno, shortstop, hits seventh. Logan Moore will do the catching and bat eighth. And Ozzie Martinez at third base hits ninth. There is no Alexi Amarista tonight. He's still a little bit banged up. Again, it's Ford, Rademacher, De Aza. Rogers, Galvez, James, Moreno, Moore, and Martinez for the Bees. For the Revs tonight, they will have James Skelton leading off and catching. Henry Castillo at second base, bats second. Telvin Nash, the DH, will hit third. Cleaning up at third base is Carlos Franco. Isaias Tejeda, first baseman, batting fifth. J.P. Sportman in center field to hit sixth. Wellington Dotel in right field bats seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting eighth. Justin Trapp in left field, it hits ninth. Once again, it's Skelton, Castillo, Nash, Franco, Tejeda, Sportman, Dotel, Dent, and Trapp. That lineup facing Devin Burke. And for the Revs, it is Duke Von Schaman making the start tonight. And Brett Duke's been good. Both of these teams, though, can really hit. And it's hot. And you wonder how many runs we might see here this weekend in this Hitters Park.
Well, this one is definitely hard to predict. You look at both these starters with ERAs under 3, Burke even under 2, so they've both been pretty solid so far, but you're talking about 6 of the top 10 hitters when you talk about batting average in the entire league being featured in this series, so who knows how this one's going to go, but further along in the series, I could definitely see some high-scoring games, and in this league, that's no surprise to any of us, especially with how the Revs have been hitting.
Well, Duke coming in 1-2 at 2.87 ERA in 6 starts, 31 and a third innings, 37 hits. Haven't played great defense behind him. 19 runs he's given up, but only 10 earned. And he's only walked 5 in 6 starts, 24 strikeouts. He'll face the Bees for the first time. 96 degrees, partly cloudy, almost a little hazy tonight. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. There was the threat of a pop-up storm after BP, but might have just been a couple of raindrops, nothing more than that. Now, Darren Ford will lead things off. Bees are in the black jerseys, gold trimming. The Revs are in the alternate home whites with the shoulder stripes. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is up for ball one. We are underway, 6:36. Ford hitting at 248, couple home runs, 10 driven in. This leadoff spot had been Amarista's, and he swings and misses here. Duke keeps it down and away from him and evens things up. Our plate ump tonight, Pat McConville. Nate Caldwell at first, Derek Moshe at third base. The wind and the 1-1. Swinging a chop foul, third base side toward the New Britain dugout. Bees at one point won 10 straight. The Revs were victimized during that run. Right now they've won 5 of their last 6. Won a series at Long Island this week, 2 out of 3. And the Ducks and Patriots now tied for first. High Point just a game back. New Britain only 4 out. The pitch. Swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit to start the night. Ford shortens up, goes right back up the middle. These Bees do strike out the second fewest times in the league, and they have a lot of hitters that are willing to do that with 2 strikes.
You look up and down the lineup, and there's a lot of similarities. They have power in all spots, just like the Revs lineup. They got guys towards the top of the league in home runs, average, OPS, slugging, whatever you want to talk about, big hitting. So, I mean, it's going to be almost a mirror image of each other, with maybe the slight advantage going to the Revs bullpen. But as far as roster construction, this is about as even as you'll get.
Now Bijan Rademacher has had a good month of June. Left-handed hitter, got off to a slow start. First pitch is right there for a strike. A 2-seamer sinking in. Rademacher at 266. 323 in June with 4 of his 5 home runs for the year. He has hit 353 against York. New Britain as a team has hit 294 against the Revs. Overall 271, only the Revs higher. Pitch is hit in the air, left field. Trapp was deep, he comes in, and he's there waiting on it, makes the grab. That's the first out. Ford will stay at first base. Alejandro De Aza up next. The Revs have gone 15-9 against their own division, but Just 12-25 against the Liberty and just 2-5 against New Britain. They won 2 out of 3 at home on the opening homestand, but got swept in 4 at the end of May in Connecticut.
Here's a guy that's loving his first season in the Atlantic League, I'd say.
And De Aza, the league leader in hitting coming in tonight, 348. 13-game hitting streak. Earlier this year, he had a 15-gamer. And Duke stretches, a move to first. Ford dives back. Ford is third in the league with 12 steals. 4 of those 12 have come against the Revs.
The thing about De Aza is when we first saw him, he was still trying to get his feet wet, batting around 220, but he had a huge series against York and kind of just carried that on throughout the rest of his year. And now you're looking at some gaudy numbers for a guy that should be a no-doubt all-star.
First pitch, fastball, that's over for a strike. Good movement on the end of it from Duke. And De Aza, he's got plenty of pop. 6 homers, third in the league with 20 doubles. Leads the league in on base, total hits, and as we said, batting average. 1 on, 1 out, just underway tonight. Another move to first, and Ford dives in.
And his best power year was 2013 with the White Sox, ironically talking about them with Ross Detwiler starting. He had 17 home runs. Every other season he was under 10. You like to think with this pace he should be able to clear that plateau in his first Atlantic League year.
And the Bees as a team, they don't play in a home run hitter's park, but they are second in home runs as Duke came in off the plate and missed. Made De Aza shuffle his feet a bit, and that evens things at 1-1. Mace talking pregame about Duke, and it was interesting. He tinkered with his routine between starts last time. Didn't like the way he felt. 5 innings, 5 runs on Sunday, but only 1 was earned. He fires over again, and Ford diving back again. Both of his losses have come against Somerset. But he actually lowered his ERA Sunday with only the 1 run earned. Now sets with it. Coming home this time, and a swing and a fly ball to left again. Trapp is back on it, both feet on the track, still drifting, jumps up and can't make the play. Off the nemesis, he'll toss into short. De Aza is going to get a double. Ford had to make sure it wasn't caught. He scampers to third. And New Britain set up here in the top of the first inning with second and third and only 1 out.
That Trapp just needed to be a couple inches taller to snag that one. Ball just kept carrying. He had a pretty good read on it. That's tough when you jump up against the wall to try to focus and catch that. De Aza again just continuing to hit. That'll push his average over 350 on the year. Tough. Now, first opportunity for Duke Von Schaman to work out of a jam. Pesky hitter at the plate, and Rogers, a guy that can beat you with the bat or the base on balls. He's a very patient hitter.
And second and third, 1 out. Rogers at 279 with 4 homers. First pitch, it is a slider, and it's over for a strike. He is 6th in RBIs with 39. Second in walks behind only Nash. That was an example of that wall giveth. And there's a lot of times the height will knock down a deep drive, but that ball would have been caught in most parks. Stretch from Duke, the 0-1. And a line drive to left, Trapp over toward the line. That's going to hit the wall on the fly. Plays the carom, fires toward the plate. Skelton has to come up the line. Both runs score, and Rogers goes to second on it. It's 2-0 New Britain, and 3 of their first 4 batters have hit safely. It'll be a 2-run single, and taking second with the throw going home.
Well, we've seen both sides of the story, especially dating back to last homestand with the Revs. Sometimes they get out to early leads, and sometimes they're not as fortunate. They have been able to play comeback a few times, and you hate to say it, but that's exactly what they're going to have to do here early. Starts with limiting the damage right now with a dangerous hitter at the plate in Galvez.
Yeah, he has been red hot. First pitch, he thumbs one on the ground to second, and Castillo has it. Sidearm to first. That's out number 2. Rogers goes to third base on it. Galvez, the league's 3rd leading hitter, but he is retired for the second out, and a 1-pitch out for Duke certainly is welcome.
That's what jumped out to me there, too. I mean, there's been some hits, but he's still only at 12 pitches. He's not laboring out there. He's able to get James here, strand that runner on third. As they could change.
And James, the left-hand hitter, digs in. First pitch is up and in, fastball missing. James at 290 with a home run, 17 driven in. He's become pretty much an everyday player as they've gone on. He was coming off the bench early in the year. 1-0, and that's right down the middle for a strike. Von Schaman making his 6th start at home out of 7, and 4th in a row. He's ready. 1-1, breaking ball, bounce foul behind the plate. Now ahead now, 1-2. 2-0 New Britain. They're the 2nd highest scoring team in the league. Stretch from Duke, the 1-2. And it misses high and away, a fastball.
Hey, you look at how their lineup's constructed, talking about similarities, and right now, well, they got Vinny Sienna literally right out of the car today to be active, but aside from that, just Tyler Clark, the backup catcher, the only other position player on this roster, so everyone's getting a ton of at-bats for the Bees.
Pitch here is foul to the net, got in on James, but he fights it off. Yeah, Amarista has been a big part of their success, but banged up. They just had Taylor Motter signed by the Oakland A's, big league veteran that was playing mostly second base for them. And that's where Galvez is playing defensively tonight. Pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, a changeup down and in. And that'll take care of the top of the first inning, but not before the Bees strike for 2 runs, 3 hits. They do leave a runner at third base, and we've played a half tonight. It's New Britain 2, and the Revs coming up.
It's time for the big summer sell down at York Mitsubishi. This is Doug from York Mitsubishi, and I ordered way too many cars last month. My mistake is your chance to save big. I've got to move them off the lot pronto. So here's what I'm going to do about it. Take advantage of huge savings like the 7-passenger Outlanders starting under $22,000. For always popular Outlander Sports starting under $20,000. Or get 0% for 60 months and $1,500 rebate. If it's ultra economy you're looking for, check out the Go-Kart on Steroids Mirage with over 40 miles per gallon starting at just $12,990. And tech geeks enjoy the Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid starting at just $28,200 if you qualify for all state and federal tax incentives. As always, you get more stuff for less money and an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Top dollar for all trades? Where? At the summer sell down at York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishi's always cost less. Around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue. Get pre-approved now at yorkmitsubishi.com.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Nothing New Britain. Revs come to bat. James Skelton leads it off here tonight. And with enough plate appearances, his on-base percentage would be second in the league. First pitch from Devin Burke, a little bit high with Skelton bluffing a bunt. Hitting at 288, 397 on base. He has batted .348 his last 13. The 1-0 right there for a strike from Burke to even things up.
Remember in the major leagues when Joe Madden did it with the Rays, it was so uncommon for a catcher to bat leadoff. But when you have one as good as Skelton at getting on base.
Now ball up and in, 2-1. He had led off for the Bees a ton past 3 years when he was with them. Revs acquiring him early in the year. The 2-1 swing and a line drive to right, falling fast, down for a base hit. Pulls one to right. Rademacher will circle, and now he heaves it behind Skelton, and he overshoots Rogers. The catcher Moore is there backing it up to the right of home plate, but it's a leadoff knock for Skelton, and the on-base percentage will only go up.
And what he does so well is he doesn't try to kill it. He just goes with it as such a smooth swing, and missing him for a week, obviously not being on the road with you, just makes me appreciate it more. Just putting that right in front of him, it's fun to watch, and exactly what you want as a leadoff hitter, especially with a guy that can crank it right behind him.
Henry Castillo hitting second tonight. He's in the top 10 in the league in hitting at .302. He's hit safely in 5 straight. First pitch is popped up foul, straight back. It's hitting .476 the last 5. Burke is 1-2 with a 1.38 ERA. 3 starts, 9 outings in relief. 26 innings, just 21 hits, 8 runs, only 4 earned. Opponents have hit just .214. Stretch from the righty. Pitch is way high and away. A changeup. He has walked 9, struck out 20. Faced the Revs once in relief, an inning and a third scoreless. Now ready. 1-1. It's chopped foul down the first base side. Talk about this month of June. The Revs with a .301 team average for the month. That would be tied for the 7th best month in team history. And in fact, the team ERA, .373, which ranks 3rd in the league in June and would be the 10th best month in team history. 1-2, swing and a high pop-up. Shallow left. Moreno from short is out. James from left is in. James calls and catches. That is out number 1. I'm going to bring up Telvin Nash, who DHs tonight. Had another multi-home run game during the trip to Southern Maryland. That was Tuesday night. He is on pace to break Chris Nowak's single-season record. He's got 18, and Nowak's record 34 for the Revs back in 2012. There's the stretch from Burke. First pitch, fastball. It's a called strike. Looks like Pat McConville will call the strike up in the zone tonight. Many umpires still do not.
Well, you'll like to see it when they do.
Once TrackMan is in effect, they're going to have to. The 0-1. Swing and a drive, deep left field. Watch this one go! Way out over the arch nemesis. Game tied. Number 72 all-time for Telvin Nash. Number 45 here at Peoples Bank Park. Number 19 this season. And I dare you to find me one that was hit harder than that.
Well, the wall giveth. You do not have to hit it too far, but you got to hit it high enough, and Telvin got all of that. And just like that, we talk about the comeback. Didn't have to wait too long for this one, as he notches it up at 2.
That ball disintegrated once it left his bat. Just absolutely destroyed. And we're tied up. He ties his own single-month record with 10 home runs in the month of June. Here's Carlos Franco. He swings and fouls the first one back. That's quite the response.
I've been watching baseball for a long time at a lot of different levels, and maybe not as much as the Revs that I watched in my career here, but every time he steps to the plate, it feels like there's a chance.
Now fastball in, 1-1.
And I don't know how many times I've really felt like that before. Maybe Ryan Howard back in the peak Phillies when he was winning MVPs, but something about Nash, every time he has a chance.
Now drive, right field, this one might go. It is off the wall and in play. And Franco digging for two, the slide. He is out at second base. Rademacher played the carom and fired a strike to second. And the shortstop Moreno lunging back, diving for the tag. Now Franco denied of the extra base hit. He reached out, got that one, pulled it in the air, and it carried all the way midway up the wall, but a clean carom, and Rademacher throws him out.
He was out in front of it, and it was mostly wrist, and he still almost hit it out. That just shows you what kind of power Franco has. If he got any kind of leg under that, that thing was gone.
Well, good to see the Revs are hitting it hard in the first inning. And here's Tejeda. First pitch is up high, a slider. T is second in the league coming in tonight with a .326 average. His team leading 9th 3-hit game on Wednesday night. Pitch is line left field, base hit for him again. A tracer, a slider, bending away, but it had a lot of plate. He goes out and gets it and hits a bullet to left field. The Revs with their 4th hit here in this first inning already.
One of the things they were doing in batting practice was trying to work the opposite field, as they do here sometimes, but all these hits have been crushed to left. I mean, that was, except for Franco, he pulled that one, but Nash's was a bomb over the wall, then Tejeda ripping one through the hole. 3 straight hits for York, and makes that 2-0 deficit seem like nothing, Darryl, which is something they've done multiple times on this hot streak.
Now Sportman. First pitch fastball, strike called on the outside corner. Can we extend it before the 7th inning tonight? He's done it in the 7th or later 4 straight. His final at bat, 3 of the last 4. The hitting streak is at 24 coming in. 3rd longest in Revs history. The 0-1, that misses outside.
The craziest part is the way JP is. He's completely calm when he steps up in the plate after the 7th inning, but you're up here sweating, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wanting to keep the streak going because, hey, we all love seeing history.
Profusely.
Well, today you will. It's hot.
Today all day. And Burke ready, the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, center field, base hit. He does it right away tonight. 25 in a row. And it just keeps going. 1st and 2nd, the 5th hit of the inning for the Revs. And John Paul does it right away tonight, number 25 in a row.
Well, all that suspense was cut out there doing in the 1st inning. Now 4 straight hits. I mean, when's it going to end? You talk about the hitting streak from Sportman, but one of the things that has been kind of amazing to me is how Dotel's backed him up. He's on a little hitting streak himself now, 13 games, and they have been the perfect 6-7 matchup in the lineup. And man, you look at his RBI numbers, Dotel already up to 34, and you got to think that's because Sportman constantly gets on in front of him.
4 straight hits. That ties a season high for the team. Consecutive batters with a hit. And Dotel's 13-gamer, the team's 2nd longest this year. First pitch breaking ball bends outside. Dotel hitting at .279, 3 homers, 34 driven in. 20 of those in just the last 16 games. Man, been a big-time run producer. Tied at 2, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Got him to reach for that slider.
And you're talking about 2 of the hottest hitters in the entire league, and they're still slotted in at 6 and 7 in your lineup. That just shows you how deep it is, how many options Mark Mason has when he constructs this lineup. It's really unbelievable. You talk about guys that are hitting like this, you'd think you move them up to 3, 4, but there's just no need. They're comfortable there, and they're producing from those spots.
And they don't even have Melky Mesa in tonight. He's still out. 1-1. That's way outside. Fastball at 90 off the plate.
And you're not getting no slouch in left either with Justin Trapp coming off your bench.
Arguably the deepest position player lineup in the league again. The 2-1 swing, and he pops him up. Catcher Logan Moore coming back halfway toward Dent, who's on deck. He'll make the grab, and that ends the inning. But the Revs tie it up as Talvin Nash destroys another baseball. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 men left. We go to the second, 2-2.
The Patriotic Party in the Park returns July 4th. It's the totally free, totally huge July 4 York, presented by York Traditions Bank. The home of your York Revolution celebrates Independence Day with York's biggest July 4 celebration beginning at 5 p.m. Bring the kids out for the Family Fun Zone. Climb the tallest wall in professional baseball with help from The Cave Indoor Rock Climbing. Jam to the jazz, rock, and pop sounds of performances by Big Boy Brass. Check out the patriotic nostalgia of downtown York's vintage American flag display benefiting Veterans Memorial Gold Star Healing and Peace Garden. Then settle in for the giant American Town fireworks presented by Glatfelder Insurance Group. The Rockets' red glare begins at 9:30 p.m. It's July 4 York, presented by York Traditions Bank. Details at july4york.com. That's july4york.com.
Are you on your way to work right now? Trudging along and heading to the same job you're just not too enthused about any longer? Hearing this ad might just mean it's your lucky day. Give your career a reboot with the York Post Office. The York Post Office is now hiring rural mail carriers. Work in a fast-paced, dynamic environment. Hiring for non-career positions with career eligibility. Starting at $17.78 per hour with all eligible for health benefits. Suitable vehicle for delivery is required on some routes. Get your foot in the door on a new career today. Apply online at USPS.com.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Tied at 2 as we head to the second inning here tonight. Rando Moreno, just acquired from Long Island, will lead things off. And the switch hitter batting left backs away. Duke misses just a hair inside on the first pitch. The Bees sent Davidson Romero to Long Island. Hadn't been the same hitter this year. Pitch is grounded foul down the first base side. And I guess the Ducks needed a third baseman, and New Britain needed some help in the middle infield, and now Moreno, who was a utility backup for the Ducks, could play every day. Pitch is up high, just above the belt, 2-1. He is hitting .245 overall. 4th game now with New Britain. And the 2-1, it is off the plate away. 7, 8, 9 due up. Moreno, Moore, Martinez. Each team with 2 in the first tonight. The wind, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul, past the bag at first. The home run, by the way, from Talvin Nash. That is his 10th this month. It ties, as we said, his own single-month record, which he holds for the Revs. He did it back in August of 2017. Payoff. Ripped on the ground, base hit right field. Actually, it wasn't hit all that hard, but Moreno just hit it in the right spot between first and second. So the leadoff man is on, and New Britain with their 4th base hit. A lot of offense here early.
And that's no surprise, as we talked about this earlier. It's going to be one of 2 ways, and we see that both these pitchers have left a couple up to get hit, and indeed they have been hit, so it might be one of those crazy offensive games, and the Revs are fine to win those as well.
Now the K-man Logan Moore hitting at 169, first pitch, misses outside. Back to Nash. The previous Revs June record was 9 by Scott Grimes in 2011. And this year already, Nash in May tied his own team record for the month of May with 8 home runs. Next one is grounded just foul, pass first. It is a ball and a strike. Moore has struck out a lot, 53 times in 45 games.
It's got to rank towards the top, so I'll have that in a second. Whew. Wow. David Washington, he's been awesome, but my goodness, the man can swing and miss.
Pitch is up and away, 2-1.
He is leaps and bounds higher than everyone else in the strikeout department, 89.
Oh.
Moore leads his team at 53. Josh Bell's in second, 28 strikeouts behind.
Wow.
Washington.
Moved to first as Moreno dives back. Does have 4 steals. Been caught 4 times.
He's tied for 8th in the league in strikeouts with 53.
It's given the Revs some trouble, though. There's the 2-1. Runner goes. It's down low. Skelton the throw. Dent catches and got the tag on him. And it's a throw out of Moreno trying to steal second. The leadoff runner erased. And Skelton throws another dart. It started to tail just a bit, but Dent got the glove hand out reaching and tagged him.
Well, there's never a doubt. It felt like the transition was smooth, the footwork was great, and the throw was just a little inside, but great enough.
Now from the windup, pitch is grounded to first. Tejeda right there. Backs up to play the hop, calls off Duke. He'll take it himself. And thanks to that throw out, the Bees go 2 up, 2 down. Hopefully Dent's glove hand is okay. I couldn't tell if he was smiling or wincing a little. He reached right into Moreno, sliding hard into him. But 2 outs, base is clear.
He had a little issue with his wrist. They got to make sure that's okay, but he's not laboring or anything or showing any kind of attention. And maybe just flexing it now.
Now Ozzie Martinez is rounding out the order. And he tries to bunt his way on. Foul tips it off Skelton's shin guards. 2-2 game here in the second inning tonight. That throw out from Skelton, that could really help Duke settle in here. There's the wind, the 0-1. And another bunt try, pushed foul. As it ends up coming to a stop about 3/4 of the way down toward first base. 2 quick strikes on Martinez.
Another fact for you. So out of players that have over 130 at-bats, Dante Bichette Jr. struck out the least at 13. Alexi Casilla was 15th, so second.
He tries to bunt again, and Von Schaman toward first. He picked it up, and he underhands it too high. And it rolls all the way toward the Revs bullpen. Castillo runs it down. Martinez, I'm wondering if he's playing hurt to be bunting 3 times in a row and bunting with 2 strikes. And Duke going toward first. He got there. He had the out right in front of him, and he just underhanded it right straight over the head of Tejeda, who could not save it.
We talked about how shallow their bench is, so that could be the case with Martinez. But just really that has been the problem with Duke. Defensively, he hasn't fielded the position great and has been giving himself some extra trouble. Extra base runners for him.
So a 2-out base runner. Here's Darren Ford back at the top of the order. First pitch is grounded to short. Dent to his left. He's square to it and feeds Castillo at the bag, waiting to end the inning. So no harm done. No runs, 1 hit. 1 error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is still tied 2-2.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2090. 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
April showers means May flowers. As spring blooms and lawns are growing, so are we at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our team at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care is growing, and we're seeking qualified candidates to grow with us. Join our world-class team-based environment and get your foot on the lawn of a new career with the leading provider of lawn care, tree care, and landscaping services in York, Adams, and Cumberland counties. Be part of our team. Find out more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
At the bottom of the second inning, a 2-2 game. Ryan Dent will lead things off. And boy, has he been hitting well. Dent, a 7-game hitting streak, batting at 500 on it, 12 for 24. He is now pushing 280. 278, 3 home runs. First pitch from Burke is across the knees for a strike.
And Dent, it was the injury that kind of plagued him and got him out of some time. But if you look at Dent, Dotel, and Sportman in this lineup, where they've gone as far as average, it's been impressive.
There's a foul tip to the netting. It's 0-2.
I mean, we're talking 220s, 230s to Sportman at 310, Dotel a shade under 280, and Dent now 278, another shade under 280. That has been some big-time improvement all in the bottom of this lineup.
Pitch. Oh, look out. Chin music. He dives to his knees. Protects the face literally by a whisker as he pushes himself back up to his feet. Burke either some slippage or a real purpose pitch with 2 strikes. The 1-2 curveball missed up and in. I'm going to go with purpose.
Think so?
Maybe not that high and tight, but
0-2.
Man, stay loose. On the wind, the 2-2. Swinging a foul upstairs, straight back, and it bounces down in front.
Dent really has a ton of space down the left field line. Look where James is playing. He's over by the Kessler's Food sign. If he can get one down the line.
There's the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Change up down and away. Got him reaching for it. First strikeout of the night for Burke. Burke, a 28-year-old from New York. 6'1". He's in the Rockies system coming up, and at Double-A, pitched for New Britain when they were the Rock Cats in the Eastern League back in 2015. Here's Justin Trapp. First pitch is over for a strike, a slider. This Revs offense as a team since June 10th, hitting .330. Pitch, it is swung on and missed. Fastball, good life on it.
I'm told that's good. It's hard to believe some of the stats you see. Carlos Franco's batting average, Nash's home run total, David Washington's strikeouts.
Fastball high, 1-2.
It's been a fun year in the league. Not for some. Can't imagine Lancaster's having too much fun.
Makes the game notes easy. You can access those on the team blog. Trapp hitting at 273. Burke steps off now. Base is empty, 1 out. 1-2. Swinging a bouncer foul over by the third base dugout.
So you have a trip back to Southern Maryland when we're done here?
I do, and I left a little bit of electrical tape there. I said I was going to leave something just to pack a little bit lighter. A little bit of used tape. Pitch is served to shallow center. Ford coming in. It's going to drop. Base hit for Trapp, who muscles it into center field. Revs have their 6th base hit already. I like going to Southern Maryland.
It's not too far of a trip for you. Yeah, we got try to make it down there with you, but we got a lot of things on our plate here with that big game on July 10th.
Right around the corner already. It is flying. We have July 4 York, presented by York Traditions Bank here Thursday. Here's Skelton, top of the order. First pitch, he shows bunt, and Burke misses low and inside.
Now, one of my new favorite things, at least for this year, for the weekend trip to Lancaster, on the horizon. They are always fun.
Oh, what an experience that is. I'm glad you got to share in it with me.
Bring the team on the road.
Throw to first, and Trapp is back standing.
And the one thing about that ballpark is, like, it's nice. We are kept well. We have a good sight line. PA's a little loud at times, but it feels like we're home almost, a home away from home. Similarly constructed.
1-0. That is just inside. Breaking ball missed.
But you gotta have a little bit of headache medication.
I was on the Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report with a headache for about a week after that series. And the 2-0, that's outside. Skelton has it all the way in his favor.
He has bat tape that matches my hat and pants. I gotta give him some credit.
Yeah, he's got bright pink on the bat tonight. Bright yellow batting gloves, maybe left over from New Britain, as he takes a little bit high and he walks on 4 pitches. The 24th walk for James Skelton. He said if he had enough plate appearances, he'd be second in the league in on base, and he's on both times tonight. That'll push Trapp to second. 2-2 game here in the second inning, and the Revs with 2 on and 1 out.
Hey, I like to think we'll get there to that number to be able to be on that.
First walk from Burke, who has not particularly enjoyed his first inning and a third here tonight. Here's Castillo. First pitch, breaking ball, hovers across for a strike. Got Castillo to fly to left his first time. Burke, born in New York City, went to high school in Darien, Connecticut. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Change up down out of the zone. Initially in college, Burke was at Duke, and then he transferred within the ACC to Virginia Tech. The Rockies signed him non-drafted out of college, made it to AAA with Colorado. 5 appearances at AAA. The 0-2, that's in the dirt, blocked by Logan Moore.
And one of the things you look for, at least when you're doing a scouting report, Devin Burke, guy that spent a lot of time as a reliever, you think maybe you want to drive his pitch count out, which they're doing a really good job of. He's at 40 pitches already, but manager Mauro Gonzo, he said, at least in the last game, he threw him 111 pitches. So he'll go out there, and he will work.
Now he's set. Setting up in the pitch. Missed in, and Castillo dances out of the way. Revs in that series at Southern Maryland did a remarkable job of driving opposing pitchers' pitch counts up, at least after the first night when Darrell Thompson beat them. His last 2 games were amazing.
He just seems like a killer, Darrell Thompson. He's a true pro in this league and tough to beat. But Thorpe, his arm was hurting.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a drive, high and deep in right field. It is gone! Oh, no, it's not. It hit the wall and stayed in play. Castillo flipped his bat. He thought it was gone. He fooled all of us. He ends up with a single. He should have had a double. It hit the wall in front of Cannonball Charlie. It's an RBI single, and it's a 3-2 Revs lead, but he went into his home run trot, flipped the bat, did the whole 9.
I can't believe that thing stayed in.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. Between the swing, the trajectory, the launch angle, if you're into that new age of baseball stuff.
I thought it was a no-doubter.
I can't see any wind either pushing that thing down. I don't know how that thing stayed in the yard, but you'll take the RBI single.
He thought it was a no-doubter. Here's Talvin, first and third. He looks at a strike on the outside corner.
You had all the makings. It did have all the makings of a true bomb, but I got to take what we can get. And that would be the lead, so no complaints here. Nash with an opportunity to score one on a deep fly ball. Skelton a good runner.
It was an epic bat flip, too. Here's a fastball missing away, 1-1.
Oh, it was a stare. No doubt about that.
He might have learned it from Talvin.
Old school baseball guys would be having a day. You got to hustle.
He had that thing helicoptering in the air, but just a single. Right off the wall padding in front of Cannonball. Now move to first. Castillo back standing. Skelton took a couple steps toward the plate, ready in case it got away. He is at third. Castillo at first. Trapp scoring on it. Revs do have the lead, 3-2.
I feel like Rademacher thought it was gone too.
Yeah.
He was in that boat.
He kind of stopped and was just watching. Pitch, swing and a miss, breaking ball.
He realized real quick that ball was staying in, had to cut it off. Just a weird play. You'd think when you hear that sound and watch how that thing was going, that's a home run every time. Not to be.
Now Burke ready. 1-2. Fastball down and away. It would have been a 3-run shot. Revs still have first and third with 1 out. Talbot the 2-run blast in the first inning. I don't know, maybe he'll break the single season record by the end of July at this rate, the way he's gone. 2-2, and he checks on a ball in the dirt. Moore smothers it. No appeal, it's a full count.
He's done that really well too. He's had patient at bats, league leader in walks, for good reason. And guys are afraid to throw to him at times, especially with the fastball, and how could you blame him? The man can crush.
10 home runs this month, tying his own Revs single-month record. Stretch from Burt, and the 3-2, swinging a ground ball to third. Oh, right past Martinez, who came up too soon. Skelton is in, Castillo goes to third, throw to second, and Nash slides in. Revs get a break, they lead it 4-2. He never touched it, and it looks like it's going to be scored an RBI double. Nash's 16th double of the season.
Wow. Gotta love it. And now it's still more dangerous with Franco at the plate. 2 runners on second and third, the traditional double play out of order. This man knows how to put the ball in play, an opportunity to extend the lead even further. With 2 extra base hits now for Nash, the man continues to rake in the month of June. Really the whole team.
Ball was to Martinez left. He never touched it. And it's second and third. 4-2 the lead. Pitch to Franco. Breaking ball. Big swing and a miss. Franco singled off the wall in right in the first inning. He came in tonight hitting .418. If he stays above .414, he'll set a Revs single-month record in average. Pitch is inside, a fastball, 1-1. We set the minimum at 50 at-bats, and he is already well over that. And now he's hitting .429. He went 0 for 9 in the series at Southern Maryland. They rested him on Wednesday. 1-1, that's inside, fastball missing. Burke trying to go hard in to set up soft away, but now falls behind him. Infield back, second and third, only 1 out. There's The stretch and the pitch. That's down and in, and Franco has it heavily in his favor. Tejeda serves as his protection in the on-deck circle.
Let's pick your poison time here. You're going to throw Carlos Franco a fastball or a strike, or try to go after Tejeda, who absolutely ripped one off you the last time. Big play here from Burke.
Here it is. And a swing and a tapper softly toward first, but it is going to hit the grass and stop foul. 3-2.
Now we're in the situation where we've seen it multiple times this year, the 3-2 breaking ball. Pitchers are afraid to throw that fastball knowing the type of hitters that are in this lineup. Haven't really seen him break it off. We saw a couple of them go for strikes, but some have been outside on the curve. Don't know what he wants to do here. I just know that I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. Catch.
What? Galvez at second just hit the first baseman Rogers in the feet with that foul ball. Rogers didn't know it was coming. They had a new ball in. Rogers threw it across the field, and he hit a wide open polo in the back of the end zone with it. 3-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup down. And Burke nets himself a big strikeout. 2 away.
That was a great catch from Polo. Kept his feet in. He did the touchdown signal over there to Rogers. Goes back to just having fun.
Now Tejeda to the plate with second and third, 2 outs. He singled to left his first time up. Revs leading at 4-2, looking for more. Remember a couple years ago, Frank Gailey said that in this league, there is no expectation on 3-2 in terms of pitch selection. First pitch to Tejeda is swung on and fouled back, and it's veteran guys that are able to command everything. If you're at a lower level, high A, even double A, got a lot of young guys that are still trying to learn how to command that secondary stuff, but here, all those guys have been there already. Been there, done that. Frank, who was known for his left-handed splitter, something you don't see often. Here's the 0-1. Fastball way high. Revs a 4-2 lead. Sun poking out again behind the partial cloud cover tonight. Burke in his second year with the Bees. He comes set. And the 1-1. Swinging a chopper foul past Polo at third. And Sam Gervasio ready to play it with his hat coming out of the third base dugout.
He's always a character when he's here, Gervasio. Guy with a ton of personality. I think most people around the league know that.
Burke ready. 58th pitch coming up. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. He gets Tejeda on a high fastball. And Burke ends up striking out the side in that second inning. And perhaps the Revs should have had one more run. Castillo thought he hit a home run. Maybe would have scored on Nash's double. But the Revs get 2 in the inning on 3 hits. 2 men left. We go to the third. They lead it 4-2.
The malls and the internet are filled with places that sell running gear. But where do you go for performance track and field gear, technical help, and reasonable pricing?
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes' reputation is widely known. They've been outfitting beginners to nationally ranked runners for more than 30 years, and their selection of brands and models is unmatched anywhere in Central PA. Training shoes, track spikes, specialty shoes for all field events. If Flying Feet doesn't carry it, then you probably don't need it. All this at prices that will pleasantly surprise you. Flying Feet's entire staff is knowledgeable of what you need. Beginners and pros come away from Flying Feet with the right advice and the right shoe for their needs. And that applies to the needed accessories. Replacement spike elements of all sizes, shot and discus implements, running apparel and sports tights, and Under Armour performance apparel for specialty track and field equipment and the know-how without the specialty store prices.
Flying Feet.
Just off exit 18 of I-83 on Mount Rose Avenue next to Battery Warehouse in York.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the third inning, Revs with a 4-2 lead. Perhaps should have had one more run, but they are crushing it here early tonight. 2, 3, and 4 for the Bees coming up. Duke will face Bijan Rademacher first. Fly to left his first time. New Britain scored 2 in the first. Revs answered on Talbin's home run and then scored 2 last inning. A 36-pitch inning for Burke. First pitch here in the third. It is inside. Rademacher, who has a stance that almost perfectly emulates what Craig Maddox had. Stands straight upright, hands held low, open stance from the left. Pitch is a little low. Duke falls behind 2-0.
I don't see that too often with the low hands right around his chest.
He's had a nice month of June. Pitch right there for a strike. Lights are on at full force now. They were coming on throughout the last inning. But at the moment, bright sunshine here at the bank. Shadows from the back of the mound in. Rademacher backs away for a moment. Now the wind, the 2-1. And a rip right side, base hit through the hole. Now the Bees with their 5th hit. I suppose that with those hands low, as long as you don't hitch, you could be quicker to the baseball. Nice short, quick swing. And Brett, meanwhile, is breaking pens in here.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to help you out here, but it was breaking every single pen. I guess I'm just too strong in the booth.
That must be it. Bees with a leadoff single each of the first 3 innings. You should probably skip arm day next time.
I guess I haven't been to the gym in a while.
Here's De Aza, who doubled in the first. He takes a little bit low. And Duke not missing by much. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland and Lancaster tied at 1 in the 2nd inning at the clip. You can almost hear the PA system all the way over here. Long Island and Somerset scoreless in the 2nd. They meet again. Move to first. Back standing is Rademacher. They are tied for first heading into that series beginning tonight. It's Jake Fisher against Liam O'Sullivan at the Pat's house tonight. Somerset's won back-to-back. Long Island dropping back-to-back. They're tied. And High Point is at Sugarland starting in half an hour. Pitch is up high, breaking ball, 2-0. Rockers have won 4 straight, only 1 game out. And New Britain just 4 games back in the Liberty. Revs 4 back of Sugarland in the Freedom, closest it's been since May 13th. Stretched from Duke, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good time for a changeup. De Aza fans through it.
There's no real debate about which division's been stronger this year. Liberty has been awesome. I mean, the only thing more exciting than this game and what happens in High Point and Sugarland is obviously that series between Long Island and Somerset. They're really good teams and do all the little things right. I'm curious to see it. Stinks with how good High Point's playing too that one of those 3 teams isn't going to make it.
Now move over, Rademacher back standing. Well, they could with wild cards later, but the Revs certainly don't want that if they don't happen to come all the way back and win this first half.
That's true.
Now the 2-1. Swinging a line drive to right. Dotel coming in. He's got it. He will gun it to first, and it is close, but Rademacher just back standing. A bullet hit to Dotel, who came in, caught it, and then threw a bullet to first. Few, if any, in the league have a stronger arm in the outfield than he does, and that was a bang-bang play.
Man, he made that close, and you could definitely see the difference here. Bijan Rademacher tried to do that earlier in the game and completely airmailed his first baseman. Dotel tries to do it, throws an absolute strike. That was close. Looked like he got in, but
he wasn't even that far away from first, but Dotel has a cannon. Here's Jason Rogers, takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Didn't like that one, I would presume.
A 2-run single off the nemesis in the first inning. That was the hit that drove in both of their runs. Revs up 4-2 here in the third. Pitch. Swinging a line drive at second. It's caught on the fly. Castillo from a knee. He throws and it hits Rademacher in the back. And Tejeda got run into, and he's clutching at his left shoulder. Rademacher slid into him, banged into Tejeda, who had the glove hand extended. And he got drilled in the front of his shoulder. And they'll check on him. He was vulnerable there, reaching for that throw. And he immediately went walking away from first base. Hopefully just a stinger.
You would hope. A lot of things go in to baseball that involve the shoulder. You gotta hope it's all right.
Art helping out Brett with the replacement pen.
Stacking them up. I guess I gotta use it now, right? It's good luck if Art gave it to me.
I guess you can keep going to arm day. Well, Tejeda's gonna stay in the game. And Rademacher straying away from the bag. He got drilled in the back with that throw.
He's having a curious inning when it comes to base running. That's for sure. I mean, that one you really can't do anything about. A sinking line drive. Castillo really got low to make that play, but I had to scamper back for the second straight time.
He's been a magnet. Here is Jonathan Galvez, who grounded to second his first time. Rademacher takes off running, step off. Yup, Duke throws to first. Tejeda runs at him, reaches, got the tag on his backside, and the inning is over. Rademacher tried to time Duke. He took off running, and Duke, I wanted to yell at him. He was just standing there, still in his set position, but they got his attention, and it's a 1-3 caught stealing. Rademacher, he really was a magnet that inning, and they finally got him.
He capped off the worst base running inning I've seen from a player in a long time.
No runs, one hit, and none left. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-2 York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings Happy Birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds.
Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
First pitch to J.P. Sportman is over for a strike here in the bottom of the third. Revs lead it 4-2. The pressure is off. He singled in the first inning tonight, 25-game hitting streak. Revs with 8 hits in 2 innings. Pitch is a slider and a generous outside strike call for Burke, which creates some conversation between Sportman and the home plate ump, Pat McConville.
Yeah, that one wasn't close. I mean, we need him in there, obviously, but can't run his mouth.
0-2 is scorched to center, and he responds with a base hit even harder than the first one was. He's 2 for 2, and the Revs with 9 hits here in the first 3 innings. A laser right back up the middle.
Well, that's how you win an argument. Not many people in really any job, whether it be a boss or a wife or a husband, what have you, have an opportunity to win a battle as easy as that. But JP now 2 for 2 on the day. Wins the little quarrel with the umpire.
Definitely not the husband-wife situations. Here's Dotel. He swings, rips one up the middle, base hit right center. And Sportman, an aggressive turn. He's going to make it. Ford tosses in towards second. First and third, nobody out. And Dotel has hit safely in 14 in a row.
I'll do the quick math there. 39 games combined from your 6 and 7 hitter. And why not throw Ryan Dent in there too, who I'm going to speak it into existence, is going to pick up his hit here to get his streak extended as well. Look at what these guys are doing in your 6, 7, and 8 spot. It's really unbelievable.
That one, the umpire Moshe might have helped block Galvez, but I'm not sure he'd have gotten to it anyway. Up the middle from second. Here's Dent, first and third, no outs. And there goes Dotel. Pitches a strike, throw down the slide. He's in there. 100th career steal in the Atlantic League for Wellington Dotel. His 12th this season. Galvez tried the quick snap tag, and the shortstop Moreno trying to argue that they got him, but Dotel is in. And it's second and third with nobody out.
Love that. And they just keep pounding on the run. Scored 2. Each of your first 2 innings. Now you have 2 fish on the pond with nobody out in scoring position. Chance to add at least 2 more.
Infield in. Pitch is foul tip to the screen. Now Burke quickly gets ahead of Dent, 0-2.
A stolen base 12. Number 12 on the year for Dotel. Breaks a tie with Mike Krause. Now tied with Darren Ford for third in that department. Think about all the things he's been able to do. The steals, the home runs that have come this month, the average skying up there, and that tremendous defense in right field.
Now the 0-2, way high with that. And they don't attempt steals across the board the way that they used to. Teams and ball players, that is. Now Dotel tied for third in the league. Burke at 65 pitches. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive, base hit left field. Sportman scores, Dotel to third. Ryan Dent has hit safely in 8 in a row. RBI number 20 for him this year. It's 5-2, and it's first and third, still no outs.
And we're speaking into existence today. No jinxes in this broadcast booth. Another hit for Dent. Gotta love it.
3 consecutive singles to start this inning. And here's Trapp, who singled and scored last inning. 11 hits in the first 3 frames tonight. Pitch from Burke is down and away. Slider missing.
It's that 47 combined hit streak innings, or hit streak games if you're talking about it. 25, 14, and 8. Is that the number?
That is it.
47, I think. Can we get a check? 47? All right. Got it.
1-0. Swinging a high pop foul the other way and right. Rachel running our stream. She's also our accountant.
Yeah, our statistician over there.
That's right. Yeah, statistician.
Checking the math. Boy, something about winning. It's a lot of fun.
Now Burke ready. Here's a long stretch. The 1-1 swing and a foul back upstairs. It is a hot night to be at 70 pitches with just 6 outs under your belt.
And we're at a nice spot here for the fans and the players. No sun really beating down anywhere. Nice cloud cover, but take it from us, it's still pretty hot in here.
1-2. Swing and a foul tip squeezed. He got trapped to reach down low on that changeup. That is the 4th strikeout for Burke tonight, but that also does not help his pitch count. 1 away. Now we go to the top of the order, and James Skelton, who has continued to be an on-base machine. Tonight, single, walk, 2 runs scored. And in fact, for Skelton now, in his last 14 games, he has scored 13 runs. Mention his on-base percentage up around 400 at home. It is up around 500. First and third, 1 out. Throw to first. Dent is back standing up.
Extra throws being made by Burke at this point with 70 pitches. Not sure you want to do that. Wasn't an egregious lead by Dent, but we did see Dotel take off on the first pitch of a first and third situation.
And now time asked for at home.
Let's go, Skelton!
5-2 the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. There's the stretch from Burke. First pitch, it is across on the inside part of the plate for a strike, a changeup. Drew a little look back from Skelton. He had been the Bees' just about every day catcher the past 3 years. Seemed like he was in there every night. The 0-1 swing and a foul tip. Had a big rip at it. Foul tipped it straight down and back behind home plate.
It's got to be tough, especially at that position. I think Mark Mason's done a really good job of getting him some days off, keeping him fresh, and you're looking at those numbers. They're really good for not being an everyday guy, per se, and once he's able to break that at-bat threshold, you're going to see him towards the top in some categories. No doubt about that.
0-2. That misses way high. He does not budge. He's done a phenomenal job behind the plate as well, which typically that's the first thing that they want to acquire when they bring in a catcher. He's total package in this league, offensively and defensively. Now the 1-2. Swing and a line drive down the line in right field. If it stays fair, it's trouble. He just pulled it. It hits the wall on the fly. And foul by maybe 5 feet or so, just wide of the yellow stripe on the wall in right.
Yeah, that would have been close. If he was just a little bit later on that one, that could have hugged the pole and might have actually bounced into the first row of the home run patio. It's close.
They joke how he's a catcher, but he's built like a middle infielder. And within that frame, he's got plenty of pop. He's hit 4 home runs, 3 recently. Pitch. It is just inside, and Burke goes into a squat at the front of the pitcher's mound. He wanted it. 2-2. Skelton, a very picky eye at home plate.
Well, you don't lead the league in on-base percentage in seasons past or lead the league in walks. By swinging at everything, you have to take those tough ones, and it's just what James did right there. That would have, if he swung at that one, that one's on the knuckles. It's a weak ground ball.
2-2. Change up, swing and a miss. So Burke comes back, gets him on the next one. And each of Burke's last 5 outs have been on strikeouts, but the Revs have done a ton of damage within that time as well. And here comes Henry Castillo with first and third, 2 outs. They lead at 5-2 here in the third inning. Hank, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He had, at BP today, he said he looked like Peter Tago. He was wearing this wig with like long blue and yellow Revolution-colored streamers coming out the back as Burke delivers a curveball strike.
Was it the helmet?
Yeah. Where'd that come from?
It was Vinny's shame helmet. Vinny works in the ops department.
That's right.
Under David Deasy. So it's the helmet we gave him to shame him.
Yes, he got his hands on that. The 0-1, swinging a rip off the glove of Rogers at first. It trickles away. It's a race to first. Throw to Burke covering, and he got him. Ahead of Castillo, who went in diving, trying to get there, and the inning is over. Hit a bullet off Rogers' glove, and Rogers had to chase it up the line, recovered to throw to his pitcher. Revs settle for 1 run, but they add to their lead again. 3 hits, 2 left. We go to the 4th. Brett with the play-by-play. The Revs with a 5-2 lead.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make 1 call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Head to the top of the 4th inning here on another beautiful night at People's Bank Park. Revs up 5-2 over the New Britain Bees, game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. Duke Von Schaman out for inning number 4 of work. First man will face is the hot-hitting Jonathan Galvez. First pitch is taken high for ball 1. Galvez on the year, .322, 11 home runs, 37 batted in. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. The 1-0 pitch is there for strike 1. Fastball hit the low outside corner for strike 1 and to even things up. Galvez comes in 3rd in the league in average behind his teammate De Aza. As the next pitch, a changeup, a beauty, swung on and missed as Duke gets ahead 1-2. He's behind De Aza and Isaias Tejeda. So this game features the top 3 in the league in batting. The 1-2 pitch bounced in front of Skelton, who blocked it as the count evens at 2-2. 6 of the top 10 in the league in average are playing in this game today. Galvez's power numbers are also awesome on the year. The 2-2 pitch from Von Schaman ripped to 3rd. Franco up with it, takes his time, fires across to first, a little high, it'll be safe. So Franco took his time to throw, took Tejeda off the bag, who had to leap. And that'll be a throwing error on Franco, allow Galvez to be the 4th straight leadoff base runner for the Bees. So tough one there. Galvez on for the first time today. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jared James. First pitch to James is swung on, hit on the ground through the hole at first and second. Weakly hit, but will just squirt its way through. On into Dotel, who fields it in shallow right. First pitch swinging. Gives the Bees yet another hit. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Little threat here for Duke to work out of. Hit number 6 on the day for New Britain. I mean, that one was just hit so slowly. Tejeda had to freeze just in case there was a chance of a double play. But it is runners on first and second, nobody out. Batter is the former Duck, Rando Moreno, who takes ball 1 outside. Moreno acquired from Long Island for third baseman Davidson Romero. They trade infielder for infielder. Duke get an even 50 pitches so far. The 1-0, Moreno shows bunt, gets it down the third baseline. Franco's only play to first, he makes that play on a strong throw. Retires Moreno, but he gets the job done for his team as he puts runners on second and third with just 1 out. Sacrifice bunt is successful. It'll be 2 on for our Rudders K-man of the game, Logan Moore. And for Duke, this would be a huge time to get a strikeout, hold those runners exactly where they're at. Moore just 168 on the year, has 3 home runs, 23 batted in. First pitch from Duke is swung on, hit on the ground right at the first baseman, Tejeda. He's up with it. The run will score. It's the second 3 unassisted play that Moore is grounded into. This one, an RBI ground out. They'll cut the Revs' lead to 5-3. It is another 1 pitch out for Duke. But the score a little closer for the Bees. That'll bring up Ozzie Martinez, the third baseman. Tried to bunt on 3 straight plays last time he was up. Did reach on an error. First pitch is taken right there for strike 1, a fastball at 88. Martinez on the year, 245, 3 home runs, 14 batted in. Saw him play some second as well earlier in the season. The 0-1 is taken there again, right down the middle, this time at 91 as Duke pumps the fastball up into the 90s. An opportunity to strand a runner on third if he can force Martinez out. The 0-2 pitch, he shows bunt, gets it down. Duke this time takes his time, underhands it, and this time hits him right in the chest, that being Tejeda at first to retire this side. So a 1-3 put out ends things here in the top of the 4th. The Bees are able to score 1, cut this lead to 5-3. The Revs will look to score for the 4th straight inning when we come back.
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your next haircut now has a shortcut. Introducing the Sport Clips Haircuts app. That's right, now the cut you want is just a tap away. Just download the app, check in at your neighborhood Sport Clips, and choose your Guy Smart stylist, and you're done. We'll text you when your stylist is almost ready. Then head to Sport Clips for a championship haircut experience. It's home field advantage for your hair. No appointment needed. Just download the Sport Clips app and check in. And don't forget a beard trim. Sport Clips. You choose the cut, we cut the weight.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal opportunity lender.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Revs up 5-3 over the Bees. Telvin Nash, who homered earlier in the game, also doubled up against Burke. First pitch breaking ball stays high for ball one. Nash ahead 1-0. Nash smashed a 2-run homer over the nemesis in the first and followed that up with a double in the second. 1-0 way outside, bounces in the dirt in fact. Scooped out by Moore. So Nash ahead 2-0. Nash on the year batting .258 as 19 home runs, 44 batted in. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back. Our count goes to 2-1. Nash yesterday was 0 for 2, or I should say Wednesday was 0 for 2 in his last game. He did walk 3 times. Homered twice in the series against Southern Maryland. The 2-1 is way outside again. Nash works his way into a hitter's friendly count of 3-1. Nash building his league lead, I should say, in home runs. He's at 19 now. 3-1 is swung on and missed. Got a cutter down, tailing towards the outside bottom part of the plate. Nash swung through it. We'll have another shot at him with a full count. Also increased his all-time Revs record with his 72nd home run. The 3-2 is swung on and chopped foul down the third baseline. Polo will get over there and make the play off the carom. Find the fan in the crowd and softly toss it in. But Nash will do it again, 3-2. The 85th pitch from Burke on the way is called strike 3. Was a fastball, Nash knew it. Got the outside part of the plate. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Just reached 8 o'clock here at People's Bank Park. It's Pride Night, which has been executed really well from the staff here. All the front office staff, like myself, game day staff, all in very colorful gear. The first pitch to Franco, swung on and hit deep to left field. Going over is Jared James. He looks up, and that one is foul. Oh, my goodness. That ball just kept tailing and tailing away in the foul territory. When it left his bat, it looked like it would be fair, but just pushed down the line. So for Devin Burke, it was quite a frightening strike 1. Franco will have to do it again. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. The 0-1 is swung on, ripped back to the screen foul. So Franco behind 0-2. We have rainbow buntings all around the stadium, flags down all throughout the stadium as it was a giveaway. Looks really great in here. The 0-2 is high for ball 1. The third annual Pride Night at People's Bank Park. Chris Carball, head groundskeeper, did a fantastic job painting in the Revs logo behind home plate. The 1-2 check swing towards the Bees dugout. It sends some members of the team down behind the netting as they avoided that. We'll do it again. Franco batting .421 on the year. Yeah, .421. Pretty impressive. 1 home run, 11 RBIs. The 1-2, breaking ball stays high. So he fights back to even the count at 2-2. And Franco got the day off on Wednesday. He was 0 for 9, which, when you talk about his stats, that was the roughest series he had to endure at Southern Maryland. The 2-2, breaking ball, that's outside as well. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Franco doing a great job working Burke, who is about to fire pitch number 92. We're still in the bottom of the fourth. They have no bullpen action. The 3-2, swung on, hit to center field. Going back is Deaza. He'll have enough space as he backpedals towards the track. And about 3 steps away from the batter's eye in dead center field. Able to squeeze and retire Franco. But that is what we call a loud out number 2. Just missed that one. Franco really has some crazy power. It's been fun to watch in his limited time in York. That'll bring up first baseman Isaias Tejeda. Tejeda stuck between 2 Bs as far as the league lead in batting average. Deaza's first, Galvez is third. T slides in there at second at 327. Have a year for him so far. Still looking for that first long ball, but has 22 runs batted in, a ton of doubles. First pitch breaking ball stays high for ball 1. Tejeda 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single that he smoked in between the hole in short and third. Also struck out. Next pitch stays high as well. This time a changeup high in the zone. I'll run the count to 2-0. Tejeda, his last game, went 3 for 5. That was his team leading 9th 3-hit game of the year. The 2-0 is taken for strike 1 on the outside corner. Pitch number 95 from Burke. Tejeda on Tuesday in Southern Maryland moved past Ramon Castro for number 2 in Rev's history in doubles. 2-1 is outside. Good eye from Tay. So he works ahead 3-1. Number 3 also in starts by a catcher. We've seen him display the versatility. Played a lot of first too. 3-1 is low. Tay will take his base. A good at bat from Tejeda, giving the Revs a 2-out base runner, keeping the inning alive for the hottest hitter in all of the American League, the Atlantic League, I should say, J.P. Sportman. Sportman already 2 for 2 on the day. He extended the hitting streak to 25 games. Singled twice.
Looking for a winner. We got any winners down here? $2 for 1, $5 for 3, $10 for 10.
First pitch to him, swung on, rip foul, heads up. Looks like it caught a seat. That was a screamer into the stands. Well, lucky everyone's okay. A little early on that one, but got those hips around quick. He falls behind 0-1. So if everything stands as it did coming into this game, JP would move up to 4th in the league in batting. Average up to 317. Next pitch swung on, fouled, that bounced up and hit him in the arm. He falls behind 0-2. JP 317, 3 home runs, 24 batted in. Oh, Devin Burke towing the mound. Still, this next pitch will be number 100 for the Bees righty. Still in the bottom of the 4th. The Revs have done a tremendous job making him work. The 0-2 swung on and fouled out of play down the left field line. Mile high, hit in the air. It'll bounce on the Arch Street, I would think. All the fans are looking up for it, waiting for it to come down as a couple children run after it. But the count will stay at 0-2. Base is empty. Tejeda takes his lead off first. The 0-2 is way outside. Blocked by Moore. Had to get into a slide. The Revs have plated at least one run in every inning so far. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. The 1-2 is in the dirt again, blocked by Moore. Now that was pitch number 102 for Burke, and now Tyler Clark, the former Revs catcher, got his gear on and warming up Christopher De Leon in the new Britain bullpen. Burke looking for a sign, making Moore really run through him. 2s are wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is a breaking ball over for strike 3. JP knew it as he threw the big bender on pitch 103 to work his first scoreless inning of the game. But the Revs, heading to the top of the 5th, still lead this one 5-3.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Duke Von Schaman out for inning number 5. Revs holding the 5-3 lead over the Bees in Game 1. It's a fun weekend here at People's Bank Park today. It's our 3rd annual Pride Night, talked about before. Good crowd on hand. Tomorrow will be the Patriotic Bash, presented by UPMC. We'll rock all your American flag gear, anything you can find in your closet, or go out and buy some before you come out to the game. That'll be a fun one. Fireworks, of course, to end that day. And it's our normal Bark in the Park on Sunday. Bring your 4-legged furry friends. Enjoy another great day at People's Bank Park. First pitch to the center fielder, Darren Ford, is over for strike 1. A little bit of a late call, but that ball looked there. Was fine to call that one a strike, I think. De Leon still getting warm in the new Britain pen. The 0-1 from Duke is swung on and hit down the left field line, but foul. Ford got a lot of that one, but was early. As one of the new Britain bullpen pitchers tried to influence the call, but that ball was foul. So Duke ahead 0-2. Now Ford is now tied for 3rd in the league in steals with Wellington Dotel. 12 each for them as Ford calls time to knock some gnats away. He steps back in. Duke working quickly. The 0-2 pitch is just a bit. Oh, no, it is called strike 3. So interesting form on the strike 3 call from our home plate umpire, but he is out on strikes. The team doesn't strike out a lot. That's just their second of the game for the Bees, second of the game for Duke. Now I'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Bijan Rodemaker. 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and flew out. First pitch is low for ball 1. Rodemaker in his first season in the Atlantic League. He's played 8 professional seasons. Spent last season in the AAA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. 1-0 is there at the knees for strike 1. Evening the count at 1-1. They are called the Iowa Cubs. So a lot of individuality there between those two teams' names. The count at 1-1. Rodemaker a .270 batting average on the year as he calls time to step out. Now last night at Long Island he was 0 for 3, walked twice, stole a base as they beat the Ducks. 1-1, breaking ball way outside. That'll even things up at 2-1. Again, if you haven't heard, our All-Star game comes to York, the Atlantic League All-Star game on July 10th. Get your tickets now. As a ball gets loose from the bullpen. 717-801 hits. Buy your All-Star tickets. It'll be an event that you won't want to miss. Only once every 8 years we get to host it. Biggest fireworks show we've ever had here. We'll be fired off post-game, a lot of in-game entertainment, and we have a tank. The 2-1 is swung on, hit down the line, but foul into the Revs bullpen down the first baseline. We do have a tank, and I have never seen a tank in person before, but I would imagine being able to be up close and personal to a tank is going to be pretty cool. Also have Darryl Henry as your MC of the home run derby, so if that doesn't entice you, I don't know what will. The 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit the opposite way to Justin Trapp, but it stays up long enough for him to get under it and squeeze for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for the Duke here in the top of the 5th. Sat down 4 in a row. That'll bring up the league's leading hitter, Alejandro De Aza. We've seen him in center field, but he's DHing today. He's batting .350, which is best in the league. 6 home runs, 38 batted in. First pitch, a breaking ball, stays high. So Duke behind 1-0. York ahead 5-3 in this one. 1-0 is swung on and hit foul. Even things up at 1-1. York with 5 runs on 11 hits. They have committed 2 errors. New Britain with 3 runs on 6 hits. Count 1-1 to De Aza. Hit a double back in the first. He calls time. Also lined out. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, hit the opposite way down the left field line. Trapp gives it a look, and that one is foul. Just foul. A similar spot to where Carlos Franco hit his foul ball. They've been toying with a little half pole out there, but neither team able to keep it fair the opposite way. Now, Duke's still ahead 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Now we're just about to get underway, or should be underway, in Sugarland, so we'll keep an eye on that series as well, part of our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. The 1-2 is up high. We'll drive the count to 2-2, making twos wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Now, bottom of the 1st in Sugarland, nothing the score. Matt Perk on the mound for Sugarland. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Duke puts him away. Big time change up there at 79. Gets the league's leading hitter to reach for it for out number 3. So Duke strikes out 2 in the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Revs lead 5-3.
Looking for a drool-worthy auto loan? Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. Give Fido the ride of his life in a new car, truck, or SUV. With an interest rate as low as 3.49% APR and flexible terms, we can make it happen. Speak with a loan officer today or apply online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
A new pitcher for the Bees here in the bottom of the 5th. It's Christopher De Leon, the right-hander, 6'3", 205 in stature. Also have a new third baseman in the game, Vinny Sienna, fresh out the car as he drove here right before game time. Got the legs loose and now is in at third base, replacing Ozzie Martinez. Now, first batter to face De Leon will be Wellington Dotel. Dotel extending his hitting streak earlier in the game to 14. Singled and later stole a base. First pitch is in the dirt. Skipped into the glove of Moore. So Dotel up 1-0. He singled in the third and popped out. Average up to 281. And he's climbing the charts. Everyone on this team pretty much has had quite the impressive June. The 1-0 is way in the dirt again. So Wellington way ahead at 0-2. Or 2-0, I should say. Dotel batting .322 in June. The 2-0, fastball hit on the ground to third. Sienna gets his first play right away and makes it as he gets Dotel by his step. A 5-3 on the put out for the out number 1. That'll bring up Ryan Dent. Another Revolution player that extended a hitting streak. He got to 8 games. It's 25 for Sportman, 14 for Dotel, and 8 for Dent. 6, 7, and 8 in your lineup. Boy, is that impressive. Then also climbing over the 280 mark in batting average, 281 on the year. First pitch from De Leon, a breaking ball that looked to be inside, but ruled strike one. And Dent gave a little look back, but didn't say much else. The 0-1, check swing, hit foul towards the Revs dugout over and into the crowd. It hit pretty weakly just on the check swing, so Dent behind 0-2. 281 average, has 3 home runs, 20 batted in, had the 20th RBI of the year on that single back in the third. The 0-2 is in the dirt. So Dent runs the count to 1-2. Dent was 2 for 3 with a walk on Wednesday. He was 4 for 8 overall in that series against Southern Maryland. Walked, had a double and RBI, scored 2 runs. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. De Leon got him with the changeup. Now bring up Justin Trapp. Melky Mesa out, Justin Trapp. Been getting the reps in left. Guy you love to have come off your bench. Batting .276, 1 home run, 12 batted in. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled to center field back in the second. First pitch from De Leon, a breaking ball that catches the bottom part of the plate for strike one. So the Revs finish up the first half with New Britain, and they go back to Southern Maryland and on the road against Lancaster. The 0-1, breaking ball, that stays low, even things up at 1-1. So New Britain, not your traditional 4th place team by any means in the Liberty Division this year. They have been impressive, just 4 games back, a record over 500. You have them, and then you have Southern Maryland, a team you just beat 2 out of 3 times, and Lancaster, a team you pummeled last time you faced them at the Clip. The 1-1 is taken in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. Well, that's all looking ahead. What you want to do first is win today's game. Revs already had 5-3. Still a lot of game. The 2-1 is swung on, hit towards the middle. That's a base hit. Right up the middle, Justin Trapp delivering his second hit of the game, second single of the game. Turns the lineup over with 2 outs, back to the top. As backstop James Skelton gets ready to step in. Already the 4th at bat, or plate appearance, I should say, for Skelton. 1 for 2. He singled, also walked, so he's been on base 2 out of 3 times. Something he does a lot of at home. On base percentage close to 500 here at Peoples Bank Park. It's 1 for 3 with a triple in the finale against Southern Maryland back on Wednesday. Runner goes on the first pitch. Throw from Moore is low. Tag not applied. I don't know what Moreno's looking at. He didn't even apply the tag. So, not a great jump from Trapp, but he makes it in there. The throw skipped on a hop. Moreno caught that hop about belt high and did not apply the tag for Justin Trapp. That's his 50th career stolen base here in the Atlantic League. So props to him for reaching that milestone, giving the Revs a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The 0-1 to Skelton, swung on and missed. Got him reaching at a pitch in the dirt. He kind of gave a half-hearted swing, didn't want to go after it. But a good pitch there from De Leon. A runner on second, 2 outs. The 0-2 from De Leon is swung on and fisted towards left. Will it drop? Yes, it will. They're going to send Trapp. Throw on the way from James is not in time. It's an RBI single for James Skelton. as he pushes this lead to 6-3. The count was 0-2. The pitch was outside, but James, with a professional display of hitting, went with it, caught it off the end of the bat, and blooped it right in front of the Bees left fielder, James. That's how you get it done. Second hit of the day for James Skelton, third time on base, as he advanced to second on the throw. Hit number 13 on the day for the Revs, back-to-back two-out hits. Again, their two-out hitting has been phenomenal over their hot streak. As Henry Castillo asks for the LED boards to be dimmed. And they are. He looked over at me, so I'll take credit. I will take that thumbs up from Henry. You're welcome for the no work that I did to turn those LED boards off. First pitch to Henry is low, gets away from the catcher Moore. Skelton will advance to third. Rounds third, but gets back as he advances on the wild pitch. So this inning went 5-3 on the putout, then a strikeout. Now back-to-back base hits, a Justin Trapp steal in between. So he came in to score on the single from Skelton. Lead now at 6-3. Henry Castillo at the plate, runner on third, two outs. Revs looking for more. Castillo 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch from De Leon is swung on and missed. Took a huge hack at that one, but De Leon pulled out the changeup. Got him out in front. Castillo having a really nice year. .303 average, 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Nice crowd on hand here again tonight. De Leon looks for the sign, now gets it. The 1-1 breaking ball that topples in for a strike. So Castillo will fall behind 1-2. No action in the Revs pen, so it will be Duke Von Schaman out in the 6th inning. Skelton stands off third. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch to Castillo way outside. It was a breaking ball that was towards the other batter's box. Henry, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty De Leon. The lights on full blast here at People's Bank Park. Still daylight. The 2-2 to Henry, reached at it and swung and missed for out number 3. A little frustrated with himself as he tosses some equipment, but the Revs are able to tack on run. They've now scored a run in 4 out of 5 innings, this one coming on the James Skelton RBI single. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Revs have 6 as they lead 6-3.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day, on your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
This is Isaiah Tejeda. You are listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Reps. Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
The Revs come home in a big way. So far after the 3-game trip to Southern Maryland, they lead 6-3 here in the top of the 6th. Brett Petrak alongside Darrell Henry. The A-team back together after Darrell's little road stint. Always fun to be back in the booth. But enough about me. Back to baseball. As Duke Von Schaman out for inning number 6. This next pitch, his first of the inning, will be number 69, and it's over for strike 1. Keeping the pitch count down is the Duke. First man to face him, Jason Rogers, already behind 0-1. Next pitch is swung on line to left field through the hole, dropping in front of Trapp for a leadoff base hit. So the Revs are ahead, but one thing that has been a big problem has been the leadoff batter. That's now 5 of 6 innings, which the leadoff batter has reached. 4 of the 6 have been on a single.
It's amazing given that how decent his pitch count is. I mean, that's a tough way to work.
There's been some one-pitch outs, too. This guy was guilty of it back in the first. Jonathan Galvez, one of the most dangerous hitters in the league. First pitch to him, he's swinging and grounded it foul, so he is aggressive at all times. Not afraid to swing at the first pitch as Sam Gervasio goes and gives our ball boy a little bit of grief because he wanted to get that ball. He is a show inside the show, Gervasio. And Duke ahead 0-1. Galvez 320 on the year, 11 home runs, 37 batted in. Rogers takes his lead off first. The pitch is swung on, skied in the right field, but not that deep. Dotel lines it up. He may have lost it in the lights, but he recovered and found it. Yes. He drops the ball quickly, kind of saluting. He threw his hands up in the air, so I was terrified, but I guess he had it all the way. Now he is kind of, I guess, doing what just happened to him out there in right. What do you think happened there?
He might have been trying to make Jason Rogers think he lost sight of it so he would start running towards second and then throw him out.
Oh, he faked me out, that's for sure. Dotel doing his best Oscar performance out there in right field. Bring out Jared James, the left fielder, who takes ball 1 inside on the breaking ball. They've held Galvez in check. Not a lot of teams have done that of late, but got him out twice. The only time he reached was on an error. They've kept him in check. The 1-0 is just a bit low for ball 2. Close one there. Duke wanted it. James on the year has been really doing well since being an everyday player. He's batting .293, a home run, 17 batted in. The 2-0 is taken right there for strike 1. Fastball at the knees. And James started as kind of a utility player. Get him in whenever someone needs a day off, but really that's not an option anymore. With Tyler Clark being the only player on the New Britain bench, the backup catcher, and can't put him in the game until you need him. 2-1 is taken on the outside corner. Breaking ball came back and backdoored itself over the plate. Nice cut there from Duke. evening the count at 2-2. James did single back in the fourth. Also struck out against Von Schaman. He calls time. Now, James comes over from Single A, Florida. That's the affiliate of the Atlanta Braves. A rich farm system. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Duke gets him for the second time today, this time on the changeup. 81 mile per hour, pulling the string on him. That gets him 2 quick outs. And we have news out of Sugar Land. Early in the game, top 2, High Point takes a 2-0 lead. So we have an egregious amount of baseball to be played, but if that score stands, York would move to 3 games back with 8 to play. First pitch to Moreno swung on and fouled back through the legs of Skelton. Took a huge hack at it, but only got a piece. A High Point, arguably my second favorite team in the league, getting the job done. Probably because they're new.
This week.
Yeah, this week. They have fun there. Explosive offense. Well, 0-1 the count. The pitch is just outside to Moreno. That evens things up at 1-1. And Rogers led off the inning with the single, but Galvez flew weakly out to right. And Duke got Jared James to strike out swinging for the inning's first 2 outs. York ahead 6-3. The 1-1 swung on and hit to right field, but right at Dotel, who reaches out and puts it away. Kind of had to freeze because it was hit on a rope, but eyed it up perfectly, came in, made the play, and finished an impressive inning for Duke Von Schaman. He works around the leadoff hit to retire the next 3 in order as his team heads to the bottom of the 6th, up 6-3.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, York County has seen many transmission shops close its doors, like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
Yeah! What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of York County and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Jamison McGrain. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 98.9 FM, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Revs lead this one 6-3. I come back to you bearing good news as High Point tacked on 2 more runs in the top of the 2nd. They lead Sugarland 4-0 now. It was a 2-run error. Dropped pop-up from shortstop Ryan Jackson. Plated 2 High Point runs, so they're helping, but all eyes on the game at hand. Still a ton of baseball to be played here at Peoples Bank Park. Telvin Nash, the first man to face De Leon here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is low for ball 1, fastball in the dirt. Nash is 2 for 3 today. He hit a 2-run homer to start things off in the bottom of the 1st, then hit a double in the 2nd. The 1-0 is taken on the inside corner for strike one. And worked the fastball in there, keeping it low against Telvin. Did work a full count, but struck out in the fourth. So he's had 3 productive at-bats as far as, not swinging at the first pitch or popping out or anything like that. The 1-1 is low and outside again. And De Leon a little frustrated with himself, I would presume. He's might be a little afraid to throw Telvin anything around the heart of the plate. Man is leading the league in home runs. He's got 19 of those. Just about dusk here. Starting to get dark at Peoples Bank Park. 2-1 is taken for strike two. Telvin thought that was a little low. Yeah, it might have been just a tad low. That'll run the count to 2-2. It's a little low from up here. But Nash still in control. Count at 2-2. The man doesn't panic. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled off down the right field line over the skybox level and out of play.
Wow, he got a fastball there on 2-2. And he was just a little late. He's probably figuring it's going to be a hook, something slow.
Not a lot of guys will challenge the big man, but De Leon trying to there. This next pitch will be number 25 for him out of the bullpen. Revs up 6-3. They have 6 runs on 14 hits today so far. The 2-2. Fastball again, swung on and hit foul. That's a little late on it. Chess match going on between the two.
Sometimes I feel like he's never going to get another fastball and a hitter's count ever again.
No.
But now he's even in the count with 2 strikes. He's gotten 2 of them.
See what De Leon goes to here. The 2-2 is a fastball check swing. They don't appeal. The ball's in the dirt. He'll run the count full for the second straight at bat. Now they'll do a super late appeal, but he did not swing. Took their sweet old time trying to check, but Nash with some strong forearms held that thing back. A count full with 3-2 for the second straight at bat for Nash. See who gives in. The pitch from De Leon way inside. It'll be a leadoff walk for Nash. He starts off the bottom of the 6th inning by giving York a base runner. Always a good thing to do right in front of Carlos Franco. Power hitting third baseman. And just those two going back-to-back in the lineup is really unfair to some. It's crazy. He's batting .414. He's got 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Could easily have more home runs. He hits absolute rockets. The first pitch, fastball that is over on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Franco on the day is 1 for 3. He singled back in the first, struck out and flew out. De Leon looks for the sign. Now gets it from Moore. The pitch outside. They'll even things up at 1-1. It's where they set up, trying to get Franco to reach. And Franco had a 10-game hitting streak that was snapped on Monday. He was another one of those Revs hitters that were streaking. A lot of streakers on this team. The 1-1 is in the dirt, gets away from Moore. Nash could pretty much crawl in the second if he wants to, but he'll jog as that looks more normal. He'll get into second standing up. Ball was in the dirt, so Franco ahead 2-1. Revs looking to score for what would be 5 out of 6 innings if they can plate one here. Now, Franco ended the year the .418 batting average, or ended the month with a .418 batting average, was what he came in with. That would be the new month record for the Revs. The 2-1 is taken low. He's ahead 3-1. And now we see a true hitter's count for Carlos Franco, 3-1. We've seen De Leon not be sheepish with the fastball. Threw 2 of them on a 2-2 count to Nash. See what he does with Franco here. The 3-1 is swung on and hit the opposite way to left, not deep, as James loses it in the light, still going back. It's off the nemesis. He completely botched that one as Nash can jog in, standing up. That extends the lead to 7-3. That ball had some carry for it. James had no clue where to go. He turned left, he turned right. Then when he finally turned the right way, it was way too late.
Well, if you want to see what panic looks like, that was it right there.
Oh, man. You don't see that too often in the pros, but that guy had absolutely no idea where that ball was.
I think it could have been caught. I think it landed just shy of the manual scoreboard, but boy, he went about every direction on the compass trying to find that.
But to no avail. So it's an RBI double for Carlos Franco. RBI number 12 on the year for him. He moves to second, still nobody out. First pitch to Tejeda's in the dirt, so he gets ahead 1-0. The Revs are able to plate a run in the bottom of the 6th, making it 5 out of 6 innings they were able to score one. Scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Now back-to-back 1-run innings in the 5th and 6th. Do the math, that gives you 7. The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1 at the knees. Tejeda's 1 for 2 on the day. He singled back in the first, struck out and drew a walk, so he's been on base 2 out of 3 times today. Looking for RBI number 23. The 1-1's low. He gets ahead 2-1. Now, Franco didn't get all that fastball, still drove it to the nemesis though. Little help from Jared James, not wearing his nighttime sunglasses. The 2-1 is swung on, hit towards the middle, stopped by De Leon. Fires back to second, and he throws it right in the center field. That one was hit right at him. He panicked, tried to throw it to second, completely airmailed the shortstop Moreno. That'll allow runners to go on first and third. Still nobody out. That's a throwing error, obviously, on De Leon. That ball was hit so sharply. He got to that ball so quickly. I think he just panicked. So terrible defense, really doing the Bees in here. As the threat's still alive, runners on first and third, nobody out. J.P. Sportman, who's 2 for 3 today, at the plate now. Oh, infield will stay back. They'll take 2 for an out. But they'll allow the run to score for 2 outs, is how you would say that. As the first pitch goes inside for ball 1.
Yeah, throw to second with Moreno going over to cover. I think when De Leon looked up and saw him moving, it just completely screwed him up, like a QB throwing behind the receiver.
He kind of pumped too. It was just an ugly play. 1-0 is swung on and ripped right at the shortstop Moreno. He makes a diving catch, so the runners will have to stay. He hit that one right on the screws, did Sportman. But a low line drive that was caught by Moreno on the dive. It's a nice play from him. It's a big out number 1 for De Leon. Stops the bleeding somewhat.
That ball roped. That almost took out Derek Moshe, and Moreno had to look around the umpire to see it. Laid out to his left, made the play. Thankfully, Sportman's hit 2 others like that have gone for hits tonight, because that'd be a tough way for the streak to end, but the streak is already well in order.
Yeah, no extra antiperspirant needed for us up here. He extended the streak early today. First pitch to Dotel is low. A little bit inside for ball one. Dotel's having himself quite a streak, too. Was able to extend his to 14 games earlier. Average now at 280. Runners on the corners, just one out, so a chance for more. De Leon gets the sign. Now fires. Pitch is low for ball two. Another Rev working his way into a hitter's count. That's pitch number 40 for De Leon out of the pen. They're letting the young man work.
That's 3 nights in a row that the number of pitches the Revs have seen is just through the roof.
And they had 100, more than 100, against Burke. Now 40 for De Leon. The 2-0 is low again. So Dotel way ahead 3-0. A chance to load the bases with just one out. If another ball happens to miss the strike zone. And with that 280 average, Dotel has hit 3 home runs, 34 batted in. 1 for 3 today. The streak was extended on a single back in the third. 3-0 is taken right there down the middle for strike one. Taking all the way was Dotel Wise with the 3-0 count. In the series against Southern Maryland, Dotel was 5 for 10 and even 500 average. Hit 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. He stole 2 bases. Has a steal today as well. Man's been hot. The 3-1 is swung on, fouled off to the screen, so the count goes full. There's still no action in the New Britain pen. I mean, they are okay with letting these guys throw. There's Rob Carson warming up in the Revs pen. Could see him in the top of the 7th. Revs up 7-3. The payoff pitch to Dotel is outside. That's ball 4. Slider that broke away from the plate. That's a great eye from Dotel, showing the plate discipline. Walking to load the bases with just one out. Ryan Dent, your next batter. Dent 2 for 3 today, extended his hitting streak to 8 games. Has 2 singles, a third. Could plate 1 if not 2 runs. Or he could hit it out. Whatever would be fine for me.
I'm good with that.
Deep fly ball could get you 1-2. It's Franco on third, Tejeda on second, Dotel now on first. The first pitch to Dent is taken inside for ball 1. Good eye from him.
They're just exhausting opposing pitchers. One of the biggest reasons for this turnaround of late, the improved discipline at the plate.
And one correction, Dent 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. Struck out his other 2 at-bats. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled straight back over the skybox level. Bees will have left-hander Brandon Fry warming up in their pen. Well, finally giving De Leon maybe a break. I mean, he's on pace to throw 50 pitches, which is a lot out of the pen. The 1-1 to Dent, swung on and ripped through the hole at short and third. 1 run will score. That's Franco. They'll hold up Tejeda. It's an RBI single for Ryan Dent, his 2nd RBI single of the game, as he extends this York lead to 8-3.
It's like a machine, and it's humming again up and down this lineup. In fact, everybody in the lineup had a hit after 2+ innings tonight.
Yeah, how many times can you say that? That is impressive. Boy, when this offense is going, they are impressive. Now they lead 8-3. That was hit number 15. And we got a lot more baseball to be played. And Justin Trapp, the batter now. Swings the first pitch but misses. It was a breaking ball in the dirt. Trapp 2 for 3 today. He's who I first read Dent's line when I uttered that over the air, but he is the one that's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a strikeout. The 0-1 breaking ball stays high. That was a fastball, rather, but way high. Moore had to jump out of his stance to snare that one. Trapp batting .281, 1 home run, 12 runs batted in. The Revs left fielder today. Melky Mesa is still out. The 1-1, way inside. I run the count to 2-1. Trapp is another guy who you watch that really has picked up the patient kind of mentality at the plate. He's taking a lot more pitches. That was pitch number 50 for De Leon, that ball. Now 2-1 the count. The pitch to Trapp is on the inside corner for strike 2.
Now, if you add them up, they have forced the Bees to throw 154 in 5 1/3.
Now they had Southern Maryland throw 203 in a game where Mitch Atkins only threw 103. The 2-2 to Trapp, breaking ball fisted into right field. Coming on in is Rademacher. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough to score the run. They're going to send Tejeda. No, they'll fake it, as it was too shallow to send the Revs first baseman. It is out number 2. And with Tejeda running, that's probably the right move. Throw was close enough, as Rademacher was a couple yards away from the infield. But that'll bring up James Skelton. Skelton's been on base 3 times today. He singled twice, also walked. Averaged just a hair under 300 at 297. Bases juiced, 2 outs. The pitch from De Leon is outside for ball 1. That's pitch number 53.
Moro Gazzo took 1 step out of the dugout. He's got the lefty getting ready, but didn't go to him.
Hard to believe with Skelton at the plate, too. See if he can make him pay. The 1-0 is outside as well. That's exactly the spot you want to be if you're James Skelton, up 2-0. The ball's in your court if we're going to use a different sport reference, which I will. Has the opportunity to A, get a fastball that he can hit, or try to work this count even further. A base on balls drives in a run. Bases are juiced. The 2-0, it's a fastball in the dirt, so James way ahead at 3-0. You got to think a little pressure starts to seep into De Leon.
Yeah, you're gripping that ball tighter and tighter right now.
Oh, man. It's Tejeda on third, Dotel over at second, Ryan Dent over at first. Skelton way ahead, 3-0. Chance to walk in a run, if not more. The 3-0, fastball, it's low. He walks him on 4 pitches, so James Skelton with the RBI base on balls, that'll finally do it for De Leon. Mauro Gazzo's seen enough. Huge inning for the Revs, as Henry Castillo will be the 9th man to get to the plate. They've batted around. And we'll get to that Castillo at bat right after this break. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts.
Hey, Revs fans, as if being a season ticket holder wasn't already awesome enough, did you know that another perk of being a season ticket holder is you get a VIP restaurant card good for deals and discounts at 6 participating restaurants? The VIP restaurant card is good at these restaurants: Venice Pizza and Restaurant, 15% off order for dine-in or take-out. Revival Social Club, 1 free dessert per person per ticket per visit. Fuddruckers, 15% off total purchase. Viet Thai, 10% off your order. Friendlies, 20% off your order. And Iron Horse York, 10% off your entire meal on home game days and $5 off entrees on non-home game days. Lock in your 2019 Rev season ticket plan today. Call 717-801-HITS or visit YorkRevolution.com. Great baseball, great fun, and a VIP restaurant card? Now that's Revs time.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
This is JP Sportman. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 6th inning, York up 9-3 over the New Britain Bees. New pitcher for the said Bees who are losing is Brandon Fry. Season number 4 with New Britain for him. Coming off Tommy John surgery, but back in it, he's fighting. Tough injury to sustain, but back at it again this year. He's 1-1 with a 4.32 ERA. The Revs already scored 3 this inning. The bases are still juiced. There's 2 outs, and Henry Castillo, the man to face the lefty Fry, switch hitter batting from the right side here, is first at bat from that side of the plate today. Henry's 1 for 4. Did single back in the second. The first pitch is swung on and hit foul towards the Revs dugout. Nice play made by Telvin Nash, who was waiting in the on-deck circle. So Castillo is the 9th man to bat. The Revs have batted around. Other good news, Sugarland still down 4-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. They've chased Matt Perk out of the game, so the starter out already in Sugarland. 0-1, swung on, fouled back to the screen from Castillo. So he's behind 0-2. It'll be a long day for the Skeeters' pen, Joe Leinhard, who made his professional debut against this York Revolution team. Did not go so well. He'll be on the, I would imagine, clean up a lot of innings for a tired pen. Whew.
Tough way to start a night.
That's an early hole to be in against a really good team in High Point. So, got to be positive. The 0-2 to Henry, swung on and missed. Got him on the change. So that will retire the side. But the Revs are able to add 3 more in this inning. They lead 9-3. Darrell Henry on to take you home when we come back here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Are you on your way to work right now? Trudging along and heading to the same job you're just not too enthused about any longer? Hearing this ad might just mean it's your lucky day. Give your career a reboot with the York Post Office. The York Post Office is now hiring rural mail carriers. Work in a fast-paced, dynamic environment. Hiring for non-career positions with career eligibility. Starting at $17.78 per hour with all eligible for health benefits. Suitable vehicle for delivery is required on some routes. Get your foot in the door on a new career today. Apply online at USPS.com.
Sports injury?
Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
This is Justin Trapp. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 989 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 7th inning, Revs with a 9-3 lead. Robert Carson takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Logan Moore is up first. Moore, Sienna, and Ford. Lefty to start things off. Moore has grounded to first base both times. One of those drove in a run. First pitch, fastball right there for a strike. He is the K-man tonight. Now Duke Von Schaman goes 6, 7 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. There's the 0-1, and that misses high. Tied a season high with 6 innings. Did not walk any, struck out 4. 80 pitches, 56 strikes. His final 5 innings, just an unearned run. Only 2 earnies came in the first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball that Moore cuts through. No chance at Maz sticks. Here to begin the 7th. Carson ready. And the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. He paints. Freezes Moore, who turns and has words for Pat McConville, the home plate ump tonight. And he stands there having a lengthy argument with him. One down, he points the bat at him, points the finger at him. Moro Gazzo coming out to usher him away. And Brett has done it again. One down here in the 7th inning. And the K-Man success continues. Here is Vinny Sienna now, his first at bat. They said before the game that his GPS was telling him a 6:30 arrival game time. First pitch, he swings, skies it. Right field, Dotel coming in. Has it measured, walks a couple steps right, and makes the grab in shallow right field. 2 up, 2 down for Rob Carson here in the 7th inning. Rob 2-0, a 1.96 ERA in 18 outings. Now we go to the top of the order, and Darren Ford, who's tonight 1 for 3, single and a run. Revs 9 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. New Britain 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. 15-7 in hits. Revs, who had already out-hit opponents 25-8 the last 2 nights. Pitch to Ford, it tails over the outer half, a 2-seamer for a strike. I don't think anybody wants to play the Revs right now. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Carson looking to make this a very quick 7th inning. Ahead of Ford, 0-2. He's ready. And he fires. Breaking ball down and in. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, they're in the 4th in Chicago. The Twins and White Sox tied at 2. Ross Detwiler so far, 3 2/3, 2 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. There's the stretch. The 1-2. Breaking ball, and it dove a little low. Tomorrow night it'll be Corey Walter against TBA for the Bees. Sunday, Mitch Atkins against lefty Jed Bradley. Carson ready to go. The 2-2. Fastball up and in. Didn't miss by much. He's gotten the first 2 hitters. Was ahead of Ford, but now full. Revs were down 2-0 after a half inning. They lead 9-3 now. Payoff pitch. It's down low, and he loses Ford to the base on balls. First walk issued by Revs pitching tonight. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Dustin Richardson rehabbing his elbow. He's back home at the moment. Dan Miner missing a couple of starts with the blister. Thanks, Art. Mazsticks coupons. Brett once again living his best life. Picks the K-man yet again. Here's Rademacher, 1 for 3. First pitch fastball, that's right there for a strike. Final home series before the All-Star break. Believe it or not, Revs have a big one against High Point to open the second half right after the All-Star break. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a foul tip. Nailed Skelton's face mask. Ricocheted back. He gives a thumbs up to Mace. Says he's good. Rademacher will chat with him as Pat McConville gives Carson the new ball. 0-2. I'd always been amazed at how Skelton was as close as it had gotten to an everyday catcher in the league. In there just about every night. Takes a shot there, but right back down to his crouch. Pitch is looped foul, backing out of play. Breaking ball that Rademacher is able to cover the plate on and send backward. Revs with righty Pete Tago getting ready. Carson looking to finish off this inning and have Tago prepped for the 8th. Now another 0-2. And a line drive socked foul. He yanks it into the bullpen balcony in right field. We'll do it again. That pitch was in, maybe even off the plate, and that's all that Rademacher was able to do with it. Bijan last year was at AAA with the Cubs. Former 13th round pick of Chicago back in 2012. 280 lifetime hitter. Now another 0-2. Swinging a drive the other way, left center. Trap going after it, into the gap, looks, and it carries out of here. Opposite field, 2-run homer over the hot dog on the ad in left center, just around the arch nemesis. It's 9-5. And Rademacher hits his 6th of the year, 5 of those 6 coming here in the month of June. So the lead is cut into a bit. And a 9-5 game. Bring up Alejandro De Aza. That's the second straight outing where Carson's been touched for the long ball. Monday night at Southern Maryland, he retired 6 of the 7 that he faced, but the one that he did not retire, Charlie Valerio hit a home run also to left center. Now here is Alejandro De Aza. And Carson, first pitch, breaking ball, scratches it foul behind the plate. Didn't get much of that. Well, how about this doozy on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard? High Point now leads 8-1 in the 4th inning at Sugarland. Here's the 0-1. It's a little low, breaking ball. Sugarland entering tonight has lost 7 straight and 12 of the last 15. Down 8-1 in the 4th. Carson ready. A 1-1 breaking ball, just a tad high. He has had some trouble with the Bees, and they're tough outs. They don't get themselves out. Second fewest strikeouts in the league and the most walks. The 2-1. Oh, nailed him. Fastball slip, got him up high on the back. De Aza ends up seated by home plate. Carson grimacing to himself. Certainly didn't mean to do that. He has a couple words of apology for De Aza, who points back at Carson in appreciation on his way to first base. He will stay in the game. Hit by pitch. 3 straight have reached, and here comes Mace. Jason Rogers coming up, and the Revs will go to Pete Tago right here. Now, Carson quickly got the first 2 outs of the inning, but walk, 2-run homer, hit by pitch. And Tago will be summoned right now. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts here in the 7th. Runner at first, 2 outs, 9-5 the lead for the Revs when we come back.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the Bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at yorkrevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Peter Tago comes in, runner at first, 2 outs, 9-5 the lead for York. 2 runs home on the Rademacher home run. Spoiling that left-left matchup against Carson. Jason Rogers is who Tago will first face. First pitch, fastball down and away, 92. Rogers 2 for 3, a 2-run single in the first. That was their only earned runs against Duke von Schamann tonight in his 6 innings. 1-0. Fastball up and in, missing. Tago is 2-1, a 4.09 ERA in 23 outings. He's gotten the win in back-to-back outings, including Wednesday night. The 2-0. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Right there, Dent. Gloves at letter high. Flips to Castillo, running across the bag at second, and the inning is over. 2 runs on the homer, 1 hit. 1 left. Tago comes in to finish the top of the 7th. And it's stretch time here at the bank. Revs 9, Bees 5.
We went to other stores and compared theirs to ours. We compared quantities, we compared quality. From cereal to celery, from sushi to salad. And while many things were similar, there was only one huge difference. The lowest price is at Wise Markets. So take our word and shop around without shopping around. Look for our new price comparison tags. You can buy groceries anywhere you like, but you'll always spend less at Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
Business owners, First Capital Federal Credit Union can help equip your business for success. Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President and CEO. Now through June 30th, we're offering you an annual percentage rate as low as 4.65% on equipment loans. When it comes to growing your business, we're with you every step of the way. Don't wait. Apply today at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Nine to 5, the Revs lead it. Bottom of the 7th inning, lefty Brandon Fry stays in. At the final out of the 6th. Talvin Nash will lead things off. Nash, Franco, Tejeda, 3-4-5. First pitch of the inning. It is swung on and missed. A changeup from Fry.
I'm smelling one here, Daryl. Only because you have on the game notes that on this day, Ian Bladergroen hit 2 home runs.
Oh.
He hit 3 home runs. The last time Nash hit 3, Bladergroen also had 3.
Ooh.
Fun facts.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Another changeup.
And that one wasn't on the day. They just both hit 3 home runs. But this being on the day.
This date in 2010. Talvin 2 for 3 tonight. 3 RBIs. 2-run homer. RBI double. Also a walk. And a second run scored. Fry from the stretch delivers. Misses way outside. You see that other one that's on the notes?
No.
This date in 2011.
Hold on. Yeah. It's not a good one.
No.
Why is that on here?
Pitch is swung on and miss. Steady dose of changeups, and he gets Nash swinging. Well, it was highly unique. I guess we should probably tell the people what it is. This date in 2011, the Revs scored 5 in the top of the first and gave up 9
yeah, it's
in
not
the
like
bottom of the
that's
first.
Not a fun fact.
At Long Island, they lost 10-8. No, not fun, but very unique. Not a fun fact, but a fast fact. Here's Carlos Franco. Oh, look out. Man, first pitch hits him in the hands. He was loading up to swing, and it got him, and he's down in a crouch hurt. That is twice in the last week that a big Revs hitter in the middle of the order has gotten beamed on the hand or the arm. And Mace and one of the athletic trainers from Wellspan out to have a look at him.
That's not good. He's in a lot of pain.
Couldn't tell exactly where it hit him, but he was gearing up to swing and could not get the paws out of the way.
I want him to stay in, so he's okay, but just juncture of the game, you have analyst Nina on your bench. If there's any kind of inclination that it could get worse. You got to take him out. He's too valuable.
That's what they did with Melky on Sunday. He's going toward first. Mace some fatherly advice to him, but looks like Franco is going to stay in the game. What a sigh of relief as he hands off his gear. Or is Nina going to pinch run and Franco is going to coach first? Now he is going to get on at first base.
These two are fun. I mean, I don't know if there's a good spot to get hit in the hand. I mean, obviously you want to avoid the fingers.
Yeah, and there's so many little tiny bones on the top of the hand.
Right. And then there's the wrist. I mean, it's just no bueno all around.
Well, Rondon just took the coaching helmet, sent Nina into the dugout, so I wouldn't be surprised if Nina comes in to play third in the 8th. But Franco will stay in and run. Here's Tejeda. First pitch, swung on, grounded back to Fry. He picks it, throws to second. Galvez sidearms to first. A 1-4-3 double play, and the inning ends. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. We'll go to the 8th tonight. It's the Revs 9 and the Bees 5.
Home of the judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is your home away from home plate this baseball season with 2 convenient locations in York. Planet Fitness offers a clean, comfortable environment, tons of cardio and strength equipment, free fitness training to all members, and extended hours for those early risers or late-night treadmill triumphators. And best of all, you get all this for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Melky Mesa. You listen to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Reds, Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
Well, they will get Franco out for the rest of the night. Sure get some ice on that. He's walking up to the clubhouse. Angeles Nina comes in to play second. Castillo goes from second to third. Told that it hit Franco on the forearm. And Tago's first pitch to Jonathan Galvez blazes in for a strike. It's a 9-5 Revs lead as we start the 8th inning. Tago got the final out of the 7th on a fielder's choice. Fires and a foul tip back to the netting. 0-2 on Galvez, who's 0 for 3 tonight. They'll look to get 4 outs from Tago, perhaps. Has gone 2 innings and 1 appearance. Was a couple weekends ago in Lancaster. 0-2. Slider served to shallow right, and that's going to bloop in for a base hit. Now Galvez flares it the other way, leads off the 8th inning with a single. Tago got ahead of him, but Galvez gets on base.
Second time of the game getting on base. That's his first hit. They've kept him in check, and that one just kind of fisted. When you're a great hitter, especially when things are going well, those just kind of seem to go your way. And another leadoff single for New Britain, the one good thing they've done today. They need to get a big out here for a guy that's been prone to the strikeout.
Jarrett James, he looks at a fastball strike on the inner edge, left-hand hitter. Galvez now has hit safely in 7 straight. And that is the 6th time in 8 innings the leadoff man's been on. 5th time on a hit as Tago misses down low. James strikeout, single, strikeout tonight. Tago ready. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, slapped to short. Right there, Dent. Flips to Nina, the turn, got him. 6-4-3 double play. Tago comes right back on the next hitter and rolls the twin killing.
That's awesome. Good for Tago there. That's just how you bounce back after the leadoff hit. Weak ground ball, fielded perfectly by Dent. Great turn by Nina, fresh into the game. He's ready. And that's how you get it done.
2 down, and Rando Moreno, the hitter, 1 for 2. Also a sac bunt. First pitch, fastball, nails the outside corner, called strike. Revs have Jamison McGrain loosening now, the 0-1, and it tails down and away. That one at 94. Moreno's 4th game played since the trade from Long Island for Davidson Romero. 1-1, he shows bunt and fouls it off, third base side. I'm pretty confident assuming that Ozzie Martinez wasn't 100% because when Sienna came in for him after the 4th or 5th inning, Martinez had bunted on every single pitch tonight.
Yeah, he definitely didn't look like himself.
1-2 to Moreno, check swing on a high fastball, appeal to third, and he did not go around on it. Boy, he was really late on that and came close enough to going around that they did ask.
That was close to being tipped into the glove of Skelton, too.
Yeah.
My goodness. Thought it might have hit.
2-2. Breaking ball sits high and wide. So Tago will go the distance with Moreno. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 8th. Revs up 9-5. Now the stretch, the payoff pitch. Fastball a little low. And a 2-out walk. Moreno works it out.
You don't really want to give them any other opportunities, especially with 2 outs. It was a 2-out walk that did Rob in last inning. Rob Carson allowed Rodemaker to get to the plate, and he hit the 2-run bomb. So, guy with some pop. Logan Moore got to stay away. It's a wild swinger as well.
First pitch to the lefty, big swing and a miss. His front foot almost spun out. That fastball at 94 right by him. Right on cue with that scouting report.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know where he was trying to hit that one.
Pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Tago bringing some heat. He's ahead 0-2. More 2 ground outs and a K tonight, 1 RBI. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball in on his hands at 94. And Tago dominates him with 3 fastballs to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Revs 9 and the Bees 5.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
The Dietz & Blewett Diamond Deck at Peoples Bank Park is sponsored by Dietz & Blewett Insurance Company. Dietz & Blewett Insurance Company has been serving the York and Central PA areas for more than 10 years. Visit their new location on 2000 South Queen Street, where you'll find friendly, courteous staff who put their clients first. Google them on the web for a free quote. At Dietz & Blewett Insurance, you'll find the best rates on home, auto, health, life, and business insurance.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Left-hander Michael Johnson, the new pitcher for New Britain. 9-5, the Revs lead it. Pitching change brought to you, as always, by Maple Donuts. Johnson is 0-2, 4.15 ERA in 19 outings. Revs with Sportman, Dotel, and Dent coming up to face him.
How many Michael Johnsons do you think there have been in pro baseball?
Yeah.
Probably a pretty good amount, right?
Yeah. Actually, we might be able to find this out, believe it or not. Here's Sportman, who's 2 for 4 with a run tonight. Got the hitting streak out of the way early. First pitch swinging here, big hack, and he comes up empty. 0-1 the count. Now, there's at least 2 that have been in the majors. Still counting at least 16 that have been in the minors. Pitch, backdoor slider, that's a called strike. Sportman's 13th multi-hit game on his 25-game hitting streak. His first in 6 games, he'd had 5 straight, then the last 5, just 1 hit. Pitch, swinging, he fouls it straight back. Sportman, by the way, tonight both singles, but if he gets 2 more extra base hits before the end of the month, he's got 19. He would tie Eric Patterson's single month record for extra base hits of 21. That was June 2013. Another 0-2. Swinging a drive the other way, foul. Hit deep, but way foul and right. Sportman had extended the hitting streak in his final at-bat 3 of the previous 4 games, the 7th inning or later each of the previous 4. Another 0-2. And he swings, pokes it past Johnson, but it's short. They'll get to it. Sidearm throw from Moreno, just nipped him. And down there coaching at first base, Rondon signaling safe, trying to help get that call. Sportman was flying down the line. He reached out, poked it right past Johnson, and Moreno at short had to scoot in and get rid of it in a hurry. It was close. Now 1 down. Here's Wellington Dotel. Tonight 1 for 3. Single, also a walk, also a stolen base. His 100th in the Atlantic League. First pitch, he swings, fouls it off right side. His hitting streak is at 14 now. Ryan Dent on deck, his is at 8. Revs with 15 hits tonight. The 0-1, and that misses down low. Since being shut down by Darryl Thompson on Monday, they've had 12, 13, and 15 in the hit column. The wind from Johnson, the 1-1. And he bounces it up there. Got a piece of the plate on Pat McConville. I'm sure he appreciates that. We have not set any pace of play records tonight, and he's been back there a long time.
My goodness. You could say that again.
Has not been a work of art.
9:41.
As long as the Revs win, though. Trying to get to within 3, perhaps, by the end of the night. Pitch. It is a check swing. He went around on it. Pitch was way high. Couldn't stop, though. Revs trying to win for the 13th time in the last 16. And trying to go to 15-4 since June 10th. The following day, they were still 13 back. Pitch is a breaking ball, just missed, trying to backdoor it. So, that was 17 days ago. They've made up 9 games in the standings in 17 days. Johnson ready. 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Gets Detwiler on the fastball. 2 down. Bees in the 9th will have Sienna, and then the top of the order, Ford and Rademacher. It appears to be McGrain, based on who was up last inning. Now here comes Dent, who's 2 for 4. Pair of RBI singles tonight. Hitting streak at 8. He's still hitting .500 on it. 2 for 4 tonight. First pitch, breaking ball. That's over for a strike. Johnson last year was at AA and AAA in the Dodgers system. Reliever almost his whole career, 4 starts. He fires. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Nothing in 2. Now the lefty comes home. Breaking ball, that's low. If the Revs win this one, it'll be their highest win total in 1 month since the last time they clinched anything, September 2017. They were 18-12. A win here would make them 17-11 in June. Pitch, breaking ball, sits outside, 2-2. And the amazing thing, in the first week and a half of June were awful.
Yeah, it's quite historic if you look at it. When we crunch the numbers down, which I'm sure you already have, this is one of the best second halves of a month ever.
Here's a swing and a pop foul, back out of play. I've said many times that the expectation as they started to bring in pieces was improvement. Nobody could have foreseen this type of 180. They've won 5 straight series immediately after dropping 5 in a row. Pitch, down and in, Dent backs up.
I think a lot of it is just the confidence you get from winning, and I'm not an expert on this too, but just they talk about it when I talk to these guys after the game. They all talk about the clubhouse and gelling and coming together, and I think that takes time. I mean, in the Atlantic League, you have so many new faces every year. It takes a little time.
Pitch to Dent in the dirt, and he's on base for the 3rd time tonight. How about that battle as he fights his way on a 2-out walk.
He's had an impressive game. He has 2 RBI singles, now a walk, on base 3 times. That average up to 285, where we first saw him come back from the injury at about 230, 232 or 233. Another guy just skyrocketing his average up there, and as your 8 hitter, that's just so dangerous.
Revs leading at 9-5. Here's Justin Trapp, 2 for 4. 2 singles, 2 runs, and a steal. First pitch is down and in. Little by little, we're also seeing the running game start to take shape. Revs playing with leads, obviously having more base runners, and tonight 2 more steals. Season high tying 3 in the last game. Pitch, it is just off the plate outside, 2-0. This offense, the last 18 games, .330 average, 6.4 runs. The previous 13 games, they hit 236 and scored less than 3 per game. The 2-0. Swinging a foul tip into the netting.
It seems like a different millennium than the one we're in right now. Different century, maybe. It feels like forever ago. We'll leave that one in the past. It's been so good from there on out. This is the team we expected to see. This kind of run output. Pitching's been good. And this is the kind of competitive team we expected to see at the beginning of the year.
Pitch to Trapp, a swing at a high fly ball, left center. He might have gotten under it, though. He did. Darren Ford back from center, just shy of the warning track in deep left center. Makes the grab to end the inning. Trapp just missed, but he's had a good night. Up and down the order they all have. No runs, no hits, one man left. And this game goes to the 9th, with the Revs leading it 9-5.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Enoe Polanco. You're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Red, Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
Head of the 9th, Jamison McGrain takes over. Revs lead at 9-5. It's a non-save situation tonight, but he is the guy. He struck out the side to finish off the most recent win on Wednesday night. And Vinny Sienna up first. He fly to right his first time. First pitch, it is inside. McGrain has been phenomenal. 2-0, 174 ERA, 22 outings. Wednesday night, his third save. Now ready with Skelton. Here's the 1-0. Fastball down and away, just missed. Revs were down 2-0 in this one. Tied it on a Nash blast in the first. And went ahead 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Bees got 1 back. Revs answered an inning later. Pitch is up and outside. That just missed. Missing with his first 3. And then 3 more in the 6th inning. Led 9-3. Rademacher's 2-run homer in the 7th cut into that. 3-0. And there's a strike. Over the outer half. McGrain, after striking out the side on Wednesday night, now 13 Ks his last 7 innings. Pitch is fouled away, right side to the top of the stands. It bounces off the concourse into the seats in Section 3. A full count. Trying to get this leadoff man. The Bees have had the leadoff man reach in 6 out of 8 innings tonight. It hasn't been a real easy night for the Revs pitching-wise. The payoff, and it misses up and in. As Sienna holds back, takes ball 4. And for the 7th time in 9 innings, the leadoff man is on. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Ross Detwiler goes 5 for the White Sox, gives up 2 runs, 6 hits scattered, walked none, struck out 3. In line for a win, White Sox lead the Twins 4-2 in the 6th. Outstanding, great to see. Here's Darren Ford, top of the order. First pitch from McGrain, a swing and a miss. On that high fastball. In Texas, it's now an 8-3 High Point lead as they play in the 6th inning. It was 8-1, now 8-3. McGrain ready. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Back-to-back fastballs that Ford whiffs on. Rockers have a new starter that we haven't seen. Dominic Damasi making his 3rd start tonight. Cedars were in their bullpen by the 3rd inning. 0-2. And a swing and a pop foul back over the roof. Ford reaching. Not able to get a piece of it. Long Island up 3-1 in the 8th at Somerset. Those two teams tied for first entering the night. Lancaster trying to rock a W for a change. They lead Southern Maryland 10-3 in the 9th. Another 0-2. Fastball up and away, just missed. Here it's 9-5 York. Bees making McGrain work a bit tonight. 10 pitches already, looking for his first out. He fires, and there it is, swing and a miss. Fastball up and out of the strike zone, and Ford is down swinging for out number 1. And McGrain's last 4 outs have all come on the strikeout. Fanning the side on Wednesday night. And with 1 down, here is Rademacher, who's 2 for 4, 2-run homer in the 7th inning. His 6th of the year. Double play now could end it. Revs trying to win their 3rd straight. First pitch, almost went over his head. He ducked down under it. McGrain trying the slider. The amazing thing about him, he almost never strays away from the fastball, at least not until he has to, and he gets so many swings and misses just on that. Rademacher taking a moment to catch his breath after that close shave. Here's the stretch from J-Mo. The 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up foul back over the roof. The fastball is at 91 on that one, oftentimes 92, but the swings that he gets, seems like it's more like 96 because he hides it so well. Now ready, the stretch, the 1-1, and a fastball inside. Rademacher jumps back. McGrain a little bit frustrated with missing his spot there. Revs trying to win for the 13th time in the last 16. 2 outs away. The 2-1. It just missed the outside corner. That one did clock in at 96. It is now 3-1. Alejandro De Aza on deck, getting toward the heart of the order here. McGrain fires, swing, and he pops it up foul. This is a roof ball. And it goes full. As Rademacher stalks around behind home plate in a circle. One on, one out here in the 9th inning. Revs leading at 9-5. Final home series before the All-Star break. Now ready, the payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive, yanked foul into the Revs bullpen. And you had guys diving and leaning all different directions. Looks like it went right in between a couple of the seats. Personalized by the Revs fan club with their nameplates on those. Ian Thomas will toss it into the crowd, a Little League team in that area. Full count it remains. And McGrain back to the plate. Missed inside. And Rademacher is on, second walk of the inning. And it'll be first and second for De Aza. Skelton will head out. Talk signs. And the plate on Pat McConville, who I don't think we've seen him in any of our games this year. He didn't realize he's supposed to go out there and make sure that it's only about signs. And the other two experienced guys in this league, Moshe and Caldwell, both said, I got it, I got it. The base umps came over to make sure that's all they were talking about. Now, 4-run lead. The tying run is now on deck. And here's De Aza, who's 1 for 3, doubled early in the game and scored, also hit by a pitch. McGrain, the first one, swing and a miss. Fastball at 92, going right at him. The league's leading hitter. De Aza at 348, 14-game hitting streak as well. Still just a ground ball away, potentially, from ending this one. And the 0-1. Swinging a foul tip. Nailed Skelton right in the grill again. Second time tonight. And he needs a moment to breathe. McConville will walk the new ball to McGrain. Skelton takes a couple of steps in front of the plate. And again, he gives the thumbs up. Mace and our fill-in ATC from Wellspan tonight. We're about a third of the way towards Skelton, and twice he's motioned them back. Tough as nails. Last weekend at this time, he had no chance to play due to illness, but came back Monday night, and what another tremendous week he's had so far. McGrain gets ahead of De Aza, 0-2, still needing 2 more outs. He fires, and a swing and a pop-up foul out of play down the third base side. That'll land right near the top of the stands, and we'll do it again. Revs just 2-5 against this New Britain team. Be a heck of a way to start off the weekend here tonight. McGrain again ready. And another 0-2. Swing and another pop-up foul. Same area. And down it goes onto the concourse this time, just a little bit further back. Revs now sending Josh Judy to the bullpen mound in right field. McGrain at 22 pitches, still with 1 out. Now again ready. Another 0-2. Swinging a ground ball foul down the first base side this time. Through the Revs bullpen seating, it rebounds out into shallow right field. Now De Aza 3 straight 2-strike fouls. McGrain 2 walks this inning, first time since June 10th. He has had 2 walks. Ready again, he fires. Oh, down and in. Skelton got a piece. It did not hit De Aza in the foot. I was afraid it had. It skips to the backstop. Both runners move up on a wild pitch. And there is no more double play in order. McGrain dealing with De Aza, and then Jason Rogers, who's on deck. Second and third with one out. 9-5 the lead. Again, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. 1-2 on the hitter. He's ready. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, jammed him, foul again. Pulls it down past first. That thing was right in on the fists. And somehow De Aza got around on it enough to hit it past the bag foul. And a lengthy battle goes on. He was ahead of him 0-2, believe now 5 pitches ago. Again ready, he kicks, he fires, and up high, De Aza lays off. Man, this guy just does not go down. Certainly doesn't get himself out. 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. Left side of the infield, Dent calling for it. Under it, he's got it. 2 down, and an epic battle won by McGrain for out number 2 here in the 9th. Huge, because Jason Rogers cannot tie it. Jonathan Galvez now on deck, could if Rogers reaches. But that's 2 down. And Rogers, the cleanup man, will stand in. 2 for 4 tonight. 2-run single back in the first inning. McGrain will try to end it here. A 9-5 lead, 2 outs in the 9th. He's ready. The kick, the first pitch, misses upstairs at 93. He has now thrown 28 pitches this inning. Has not been as sharp as usual. Trying to work his way through it. 1-0. Swing and a high pop. Tejeda from first going back toward the Revs bullpen. Down the line, and he's got it! He makes the grab over the shoulder, running all the way down the line toward the bullpen. And the game is over. The Revs take the opener, 9-5. McGrain with save number 4. And the Revs, if the score in Texas holds up, could be within 3 with 8 games to go in the first half. A 9-5 final tonight as the Revs win their 3rd in a row, 13th in the last 16, and 15th in the last 19 since June 10th. Absolutely remarkable. And they line up and slap 5 through the victory line. Another big offensive performance tonight. And they make it count. Duke Von Schaman picks up win number 2 in a Revs uniform. And they beat the Red Hot Bees, a hot team themselves. Here in the opener this weekend, a 9-5 final. The wins keep piling up. And if it holds in Texas, they could be within 3 with 8 games remaining. Absolutely incredible. For the Bees in the 9th, no runs, no hits, 2 men left. 9-5 your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.